This week on the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast, Alex, Corey, and Randy recap their rounds at the DisCap Presents the 2026 Minekill Disc Golf Championship sponsored by MVP Disc Sports. Alex and Corey also shared some camping stories, and we discussed the live round of Disc or No Disc that we had on Saturday. Tim was with us as well, and we got to hear some of the improvements he made with his event picking app, with even more live updates during the recording. We also caught up on 2 weeks worth of local events, including Monday's Prospect Dubs with Evan. We finished it off with a round of Disc or No Disc with some rounds that we didn't get to at Minekill. And while I have you for a second, Minekill AM registration is still open the day this releases, and on Sunday I'll be running the DisCap Monthly at JPark. 10 a.m., 27 holes, Flag Day, Tag Day. Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by Nick Warren, who finished first in Wilcox Tags 2 weeks ago. They didn't run tags this past week, at least that I saw. And we didn't get to a lot of the local leagues last week, so I will be peppering them in throughout the evening, hopefully without interrupting Alex, Corey, or Randy too much, or Tim and Evan when and if they get on in a few. No Jamin tonight, end of the school year and all, but those that are here, or will be here, are here to help recap the last week in local disc golf. So as far as Minekill, all three of you guys played. Jason played. He said he might be on, might not be on. Who camped? Just Alex and Corey?
Yep, we're the only real ones.
Was camping ever a consideration, Randy?
Never, nope. Even if I didn't have a family, logistically, don't like camping. Not for me.
That was actually going to be my next question. So you and Kat both played, so
yeah.
Camping would have been, unless you both camped, and then it's like, isn't that what we do every night is camp out? No, I was just curious. I used to like camping, and then I realized that I don't.
I like camping if camping is the goal. And even then, I'm not exactly like in love with camping. But like if camping is just where I'm sleeping to do something else, not for it. I don't know. Don't love it.
I get that. I love the idea of camping. It's the actual camping that I'm not a huge fan. And especially at that campsite. Last time I was there were a few red flags that told me don't go there again.
Were they cooking steak?
No, they were literal red flags.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So any memorable stories from camping, Corey or Alex?
We had a really good showing. There's a lot of people. And, in the past, it's just kind of been like some of the locals and some of the guys that would drive out from Rochester or whatever. But this time, there's a ton of people. There's a lot of the guys from Massachusetts, your classic Disc Golf 978 guys. They were hanging out. It was a really good time. If you missed out and you were on the fence, I would say next time, definitely do it. But other than that, no, I mean, there was scares of weather, which obviously when you're camping for 2 days is a little extra concerning. But I think we got really lucky with the weather all weekend. It didn't get too cold at night, but also cooled down a bit. So sleeping was comfortable. Yeah, no, it was a good time. This time I actually bought good steaks to cook. Alex brought some steaks to cook, or brought a steak to cook. We cooked it over a shitty open fire over wet pine wood, which was a struggle. And yeah, some other guys were cooking up some stuff too, just on their own grills, devices. And obviously, Ryan Nelson was there as well. So that was great. There was 1 or 2 bottles of bourbon or some other expensive adult liquids. But the first thing actually when Ryan showed up, because we camped both days, he showed up Friday, like he forgot his wallet. I'm like, well, at least you actually made it. Because he was catching flack all weekend for us calling him a flake. But, just kind of bounced around a bit. Sunday before our tea time from the campground, a bunch of us, I'm sure a lot of people did, but a good group of us stopped at the diner on the way. So we got our diner experience pre-round as well.
Nice. I would like to point out the thing when I know I do. I definitely rag on Ryan for his, as you said, flakiness. But
selective attendance. Yeah,
if we didn't care that he didn't show up, we would probably never even mention it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So there you go.
We hate on him because we love him.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but okay. Alex, do you have the thing where you just lay down in?
Yeah. I had my little teardrop camper, or my parents' teardrop camper, which makes camping super easy. No need to set up a tent. If I don't want to set up a fire, it's got a little kitchenette on there. Yeah, no, I didn't really have a lot to add to Corey's story. That's pretty much covered everything. I think Friday was really the night for camping and the social aspect of it. Saturday night, I think everybody was just exhausted from 2 rounds of Minekill. I know I turned in at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I feel like a good chunk of other people, didn't stay up much past that. So
No, we did. No, there was a bunch of
Oh,
us.
yeah?
We did. We did. I'll go to bed at 8:30 like old men.
all right. Well, I was specifically referring to Zach McDonald, who I was playing with on Sunday, who was saying, he also went to bed pretty quick, although he was still running the music. So he was just kind of like guessing at, when you guys were going to be, finishing up and turning down the music as the night went on.
That's so nice of him.
No.
Did anybody get a practice round in on Friday?
That I think was one of my problems. But me, Ryan, and Gorsage went down there and played a practice round. We actually started on the back nine because it was so hot on Friday. We figured, we'll play the back nine with a little more shady, and by the time we get to the front nine, it'll have cooled off a bit. And I think to my own detriment, I threw too many shots. I was having a good time playing the course. We met up with some other people throughout that time, played a few holes with them as well. And by the time Friday was over, I was pretty exhausted. But the course was in great condition.
And did you say Saturday before you played, you went to the diner?
Sunday was tea time. Okay. So I think the diner doesn't even open up until 8 o'clock on the weekend. So Sunday with MPO tea times being, more in that 10 to 12 range, gave enough time to stop and get a good breakfast.
Nice. You mentioned Ryan Nelson. Looks like he won the MPO in the Wedge PDGA Summer League Week 2. He shot a -8. Alden Slack, who he played that this weekend too, right?
He did, yep.
Mm-hmm.
He shot a -7, and John JP Hafner shot a -6. He did not play Minekill though, right?
He did not. No, he wasn't there.
Yeah. Trevor Lambert won the MA1, shooting -9. Sean Ryan with -8. Okay, so DisCap presents the 2026 Minekill Disc Golf Championship, sponsored by MVP Disc Sports in North Blenheim, New York. Tournament director Mike Schwartz, assistant tournament director Jessica Lasasso, had 64 players. I think that includes DNFs and everything, right?
If they played.
So.
Yeah.
If they played any, yeah, because I do see there were a few of those. That's mostly full. Do you think that weather you mentioned earlier might have been a consideration? Were there drops near the end, or does anybody know?
There was definitely drops near the end. And I would say that some people probably saw the forecast and maybe thought it wasn't worth it. Some people that might be driving further along or whatever. But yeah, I mean, Minekill's not the closest place anywhere either. So
yeah, that's the thing. How far is the campsite? About 10, 15 minutes?
It's always longer than you remember it. I'll tell you that.
That's probably, yeah.
Every time I pass it, I'm just like, it's 10 miles, I think. So it takes like 15 minutes.
It's like 15 minutes, yeah.
So for me, it's 15 minutes. For Corey, it's probably like 8 minutes.
Well, it depends when I'm driving. The funny thing is, when we drove out Friday, I drove as if I was going to the course, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, I'm going to the fucking campground first to set my shit up, which I think I would have taken a different way and probably saved 15 minutes compared to the way that I did go. But and I think actually Gorsage did the same thing.
Yeah, there are like two distinct ways I've gone to there. One kind of is kind of like in between, where you go right to one and left to the other. Yeah, it's been a while, but I usually go. Mostly, it's like going to Greenville now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably how you get to the course. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just for the course, yeah. So why don't we talk about our rounds on Saturday? Alex, you played pro. How'd it go?
Went all right. I got to start on hole 4, which is, one of those holes where you really kind of got to make a decision whether you're going to go across the pond or not. And I start warming up, and I'm warming up, just huck and disc, trying to get across. I know I'm capable of getting across, but out of the 10 tries that I went for, all of them were OB in one way or another. I'm like, all right, clearly this is not the right decision for today, at least. Something's going weird. So we're just going to lay up. So I practiced laying up a couple of times, and, it was totally fine. And then the round starts, and I throw it into the one tree you need to avoid if you're trying to lay up. I'm on a knee for my second shot, trying to, forehand around the tree because I've got, no look at it. And then I throw OB there and end up taking a 5 on the hole. And it's like, all right, well, if I'm just going to go OB every time, I'm just going to, go for it every day. Yeah, that's sort of how the rest of my round went, was, taking a couple of stupid strokes here and there. Nothing that really jumped out at me as particularly egregious as mistakes go, but just not playing as well as I know I can. But I was able to pick up a couple of birdies here and there. I got 14 and 15, 14 off of a really nice shot straight down the middle. I felt really good about that. Oh, I did forget about hole 18. 18 was really bad for me. So I threw into the ground to start, and then I got an awful skip off of the paved, walkway to go OB, and ended up taking an 8 on the hole. So that one definitely felt like it should have been a lot better. But, +7, technically above my rating. Can't complain too much about it.
I will say, I try to stay impartial with these things, but I almost wish you had gotten a 7 instead of an 8.
I know, right?
We'll explain why soon, but now you guys, as far as the layouts, you guys are playing the not like orange or green, it's like the Minekill championship layout, right? Both rounds?
Correct. Yeah, it's sometimes you're playing to green baskets, sometimes you're playing to orange baskets, sometimes you're playing to baskets that are even harder than the traditional orange baskets. So it's a really cool layout, and I know Jason has worked a lot on it in the past, and I think that's really paid off. I really enjoy playing this layout.
Sorry about that. My 3-legged chihuahua must have heard somebody 2 blocks down fart, so he got kind of freaked out. So let me ask you this. So there's the Minekill championship layout, and we talked last week when we were doing a draft and everything that some were playing different layouts. The baskets that aren't going to be used, he puts in like garbage bags over them, right?
Yeah, so if they're not particularly in the way, he'll put garbage bags on them. If they are in the way, like I'm thinking of specifically hole 2, the green basket is very much in the way of the shot to the orange basket. They'll just straight up take them out of the ground.
And if they're really not in the way, like 5 and 7, 14, then just leaves them because no one's looking over there anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like 5, it's past a hill. Like you'd really have to like overshoot the basket you're going for.
Oh yeah, it's possible though. It's possible, right, Randy?
It is.
Freaking parked
It's just right there. It's just right where you would throw your shot.
Basically, the only difference then is whether you're playing from the orange or the green.
Orange or green tees, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Little yappy motherfucker. Okay, no, that's cool. So you said you shot better than your rating in round 1, Alex. What about round 2?
Round 2, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to sneak onto the card that had Randy and Corey and all the other people that I wanted to play with.
Was that the lead card?
It was not the lead card, but I'll let them explain exactly where that was. But I ended up missing out by like 1 or 2 positions where I wasn't actually playing with them. But I think I played a little bit better. I cleaned it up on 4. I got my par on that one. A couple less birdies, but also a couple less bogeys. Pretty calm on my side. I did play with JPark though, who ended up shooting 3 or 4 down, 5 down, a couple strokes down for like a 10-15 rated round, which was really, really cool to see, including an eagle on hole 9 as our last hole. So that was a ton of fun to watch. Justin's a great guy. Love seeing him do well. I wish I had been able to keep up with him, but I shot 1 stroke better than the previous rounds and what felt like fewer mistakes. So not too bad.
And he shot a 59 in round 2, right?
Yeah, so 4 down for him.
So both rounds over your rating so far on Saturday.
Yep, and it's probably right around where I think my rating should be. So I'm not complaining that it's bumping my rating up, but I know I can do better than that.
How was the weather? Corey mentioned potential for thunder showers on Friday. What about Saturday?
Not much of anything. Saturday, we were all watching the weather. There was the potential for a little bit of rain around 11 o'clock, a little bit of rain, 3, 4 o'clock. I carried around my umbrella both rounds and needed it for like a hole, maybe a hole and a half per each round. Really didn't come down too hard. I would say, I don't think it really affected the round at all. There was a little bit of extra wind because of it, but the rain itself was not bad at all.
Nice. What about your Saturday, Corey?
I'd say the wind was definitely the biggest factor, basically all weekend, minus, the heat, humidity. But yeah, my Saturday, if you've played with me at all in the past, probably 6 to 8 months, I kind of came in here with my theme of just no pussy shit. I'm tired of leaving like putts at cage level or not committing the shots. I wanted to go out there and like be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Exactly. So for me in particular, that means like trying to cross the OB on hole 1, with some type of putt for birdie, not laying up on 6 in front of the pond and going for that shot. Same thing with going over the pond on 4 and then going over the OB on 6. Like I wanted to like not be scared of these holes. I know like it's not super consistent that I get a shot that has potential to clear those, but I know that I had the potential to do it. So starting off my day, I crossed on 4, got a par, came to 6. That one didn't go so well. I went double OB after I came up short on the drive and went OB on like an approach shot towards the basket. 3 or 4 holes later, I realized, oh, I left a disc on hole 6 that I wanted on hole 9. Put my bag down after I throw 2 shots, run back and get it, come back. One of the guys on my cart picked up my bag for me and moved it ahead, which I appreciate. But what I didn't realize is that my birdie bag, my whale sack, was sitting on my bag. So for the rest of the round, I didn't have that. I was using a towel basically to try to keep my hand dry. Then kind of just like finished out the whole back half of my round with just pars. I don't think, even looking at my stats, I don't think I had a single drive, or I didn't have a single like birdie putt from inside circle. Everything was 35 to 60 feet away. I was running in everything, and sometimes I had to make a big comebacker on the way back, but I was able to pull those off. So my putting felt good. My drives just felt like I was a tad off. And after round 1, I was 6 over, which at that point was like 7 strokes off the cash. I already knew that basically that round probably screwed any chances I had of making cash. I mean, being 7 strokes behind in one round as guys are going, multiple under par, the outlook didn't look too good. And that, especially after shooting a birdie-free round, I didn't really have high confidence in achieving in those kind of goals. But round 1 was 937 rated, way below my rating. But that meant going into round 2, I had a card with, oh wait, yeah, I forgot there was 4. It was myself, Connor Henderson from, I don't know if he's New Jersey or downstate, but he plays down there a lot, and Randy Bemis, and we had a card with Tyler Teedy from Rochester area. This time started way later in the course, starting on hole, I think we started on hole 9, and just kind of like the same, I was just kind of going through the same struggles. I wasn't really getting any birdie chances. I think not until we had like 6 holes left. I think like my first birdie was literally in 28 or 29 holes played, where I birdied hole 2 from like underneath the pine tree that's to the left of the basket. And then this was the one, at this point, the wind was picking up. The way the wind was blowing didn't seem really good for my shot to try to get over the pond on 4. So I do a layup, and then from there I throw it OB anyways. So take a 5 on hole 4. And then at this point I was really not checked out as far as like wanting to play good, but I didn't care so much about, taking another OB stroke. So I tried to go over hole 6 and end up double bogeying that again as well. But did hit a big circle 2 putt on hole 8 to finish off with a birdie. So through 36 holes, I had 2 birdies and I don't know, like 4 or 5 OB strokes. But even after that terrible round, I only fell 1 place on the leaderboard from 33rd to 34th. I think we had like 4 or 5 holes left. Tyler Teedy, he actually dropped out of our round, or off our card. His arm was pretty sore when we got to hole 18, I think, from throwing forehands. And literally what he was kind of complaining about in his arm is what I think I did on Friday and have been playing through it the whole time. So I personally understood why he would not want to play anymore, and he's always from Rochester, but I try to play through it. I mean, like I said, after playing on Friday and then playing all day on Saturday, my body was cooked. My arm was pretty sore, I was pretty stiff, but was still a fun time playing all day. And I had things to look forward to afterward. So even with all being said, it still was not a bad day so far.
Kitty Cat Meow, how about your round?
Yeah, well, I don't want to give everyone depression after Corey's really great rounds he described.
Would you get less than 4 birdies all day? That's pretty depressing.
I got exactly 4 birdies all day.
Oh, yes. 4 birdies a lot.
Well, Tarantino this one. Corey and I were tied after 2 rounds. Yeah, so I signed up for this on Wednesday. I was not planning on playing it. I didn't get a practice round. Obviously, I played all winter on Team Challenge, but in the winter, there's almost no OB. None of the pins are elevated. None of the pins are in a different position. So I know where everything is. I'm really comfortable with the course. I wasn't really worried about the practice round part of it, but like some of the danger just isn't there in the winter. So you're just like, I don't know. I learned a lot round 1. I wasn't throwing it too great. I started on 11. So I basically played the back 9 first where there's some danger. I found the dangerous spots. I magically picked up a birdie on hole 3. At that point, I think I was only +4. And in my head, I'm like, +4 is fine. I can probably par out. Like hole 6 is basically the crux of my game normally. Like I normally take a tap in bogey on 6, laying up off the tee. And if I magically can par it, it's great. And if I take a tap in bogey on 6, that hole kind of averages a bogey anyways. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, fine, I'll finish the front 9, hopefully without any more bogeys, maybe on hole 6. Hole 6 is when the only real rain of the tournament comes, and I somehow take like a tap-in par on it. So I'm feeling great at this point. And then I just bogeyed the rest of the holes to finish my round. So it was rough. I shot +7 in that first round, and it was comfortably below my rating. Not crazy, 929. So it's fine. It wasn't the end of the world, but I had a lot to correct on. I wasn't freaking out. I was kind of just like, I learned a lot in that first round, and I knew what I kind of had to do going forward. So yeah, round 2, played with Corey, started on 9. So I knew what to do to not bogey that. Corey saw a lot of layups this weekend. I just learned my lesson on the dangerous holes, and played a lot of holes for par.
Even from like 35 feet.
Even from like 35 feet.
Yeah, no.
Never in the circle, at least. But yeah, unfortunately, I corrected on like all my mistakes from round 1. But on some of the holes that just have the danger, I double bogeyed. So I shot +4 in round 2 with 3 double bogeys and 3 birdies. So like, I don't know. It was a very different round. It also kind of reinforced like good habits I needed to have. But those double bogeys were just from hitting trees and then being in a horrible spot. And like, it wasn't like I did anything horribly wrong. So I was happy, and that was like at my rating. So it was fine. Some highlights. I don't think I had any. But JPark, I got to say, he black birdied hole 6 where he threw into the green basket with the trash bag on it, which is not where you want to land if you're trying to par hole 6. But it was hilarious. I know other people posted pictures like posing with the green baskets in the trash bags where they threw into it or it got in their way or something. Oh, yeah. There was a thing out for tags. And I'll brag, I currently have the DisCap #1 tag, and no one seemed to be putting their tags in. Alex and Adam scolded me to put my tag in, so I did. And the tags were only good for round 2, so they weren't going to be active on Saturday since it was tee times. So I put my tag in, and then we get our tags back. The only people that put tags in were Kat, me, Adam, and Alex. So the only person that lost out in this whole scenario was Adam. Alex took his tag.
Woo.
Good job.
Which, to be fair, was my tag.
Was your tag, yeah.
From the MVP AM side.
So really nothing happened.
Yeah, which Adam took before.
Yep. So we're just back to before AM side. That's all that happened with the tags. No one else bothered.
What are the odds that didn't even get put in as a tag match? Because I certainly didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Mike's also pretty good, though.
Yeah,
so.
Mike is generally pretty good at it. I don't know.
But yeah, that's it for round 1, or day 1, rather.
Do you still think that Minekill is too easy to play quads? Did it change your opinion in any way?
I don't think it's a good quads course because it's so distant dependent.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The teams with the big arms would just crush everybody.
I mean, playing from greens could like even it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would want, for a quads tournament, I want like a wooded technical course where it takes like really specific shots. So you're actually using like the variety of your team to like birdie versus just like Minekill. If you had 4 guys who could throw really far and make some putts, like you would just crush everybody. So there'd be like 2 or 3 teams battling it out, and everybody else would just be like getting a lot of pars. I don't know.
Any other notable rounds from the first day?
The general vibe was, at least in the people who didn't cash, let's say, there was a lot of like up and downs, like one round really good, one round not so good. After round 1, I was like very far down the leaderboard, and people that I play with all the time were 8 strokes ahead of me or 7 strokes ahead of me. And I'm like, wow, like I had such a bad round. But then after round 2, we were all like right in the same ballpark. And it was just kind of the vibe of the weekend. Like that course is really punishing. And it seemed like people were struggling to put 2 or 3 good rounds in a row.
At least like some of the notable local mentions, Ethan went 5 down, 10-20 rated round 1. Ryan Nelson went 4 down, 10-13. Even Adam Nelson squeaked in there with a 1 down, 990 rated. Round 2, there was some hot scores. Kyle Hirsch went 4 down. That was 10-11. Justin Park 4 down. Tucker the Koala went 3 down. Alden Slack went 3 down. Azariah from up near CTK, he went 3 down. Muccelli went 2 down. So definitely some good scores out there for the first day from some of us, from some of them.
From some of them's. Did you say Azariah?
Said Azariah, yep.
Oh, you also mentioned Ethan Hatters. Well, Shen Creek Dubs Week 11, 2 weeks ago, Ethan Hatters and Danny White shot -12 to win.
Well, what the hell? Was that family day?
Yeah.
Take your grandson to disc golf?
They beat Peter Cornish and Rick Steeler, who shot a -10 by 2 strokes. And week 12 at Shen Creek, Azariah Cartret and Joe Orbagzuski shot a -13 to beat Matthew Cubitt and Ploof, who shot -11. I got there around 3:30 because we've talked about it. Mike asked me to do some disc or no disc. And I'll tell you, they were so concerned that anybody was going to like stop by for food. They're like, we bought all this food. I hope people show up. And I think people showed up. I think most everybody, it looked like for a time there, most everybody was getting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't want to go up there, and like I wasn't like necessarily hungry, so I didn't want to take any food away from anyone that was hungry. But that was the bad move because there was so much food: burgers, hot dogs, your salads, both of the macaroni and pasta and potato variety, as well as your vegetarian style, just lettuce and stuff.
Well, they also had veggie burgers.
Oh yeah, they did. Yep.
Corey, you not put vegetables on a burger?
No, I do.
Okay.
As long as that vegetable is that slab of cheese that Joe was slapping on them things.
When I first got there, Kenji looked like he was working the grill, but it looked like Joe Gaspardi was doing the lion's share of the work behind the grill.
I don't know what his day job is, but he knows how to cook on a flat iron.
Yeah.
He was impressive. It was good.
Who were some of the spotters? Do you guys know? Jeff Wachowski was spotting, right?
Jeff on 4. Brandon Klein and Marcia were spotting on hole 6. Was that Adam Nelson's dad on hole 9 with Justin Hickok?
Yep, Jeff Nelson.
Hole 12, we had Lisa Lundquist and Highland Mike Warner.
Wow.
And that was it, actually.
Yeah, because I saw a few of those people. I just assumed they were playing. I didn't realize that's a good amount of spotters.
Yeah, I heard you ask Brandon how he did, and I didn't know if you knew that he didn't play.
That was sarcastic, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured.
But no, other people, Marcia, I think that's the only person I saw that I do have a tag for her, but I thought she was going to hang out for a bit, and by the time I thought about it, she had gone. Yeah, so we did disc or no disc. Back to Brandon, he would tell you, I had no idea. I think what happened was when Mike asked me, and he asked me how much I charge, and I'm like, I'm not going to fucking charge disc golf for doing disc or no disc. So I think at that point, he was worried about asking me stuff because I didn't hear from him again. So the next time I spoke with him was when I showed up. And if you know me, I don't read stuff. I just prepared for as little as 3 people and as many as, I guess, theoretically 72, which I knew wasn't going to happen. But I try to be flexible. It's like with anything. You just don't know who's going to show up. I was very upset Tim wasn't there.
Why? What did I do?
It's why.
Actually, you were featured in a question.
Oh, really? Was it a word question?
Mm-hmm.
In a manner of speaking.
Yes.
So I had this idea. This came out in February called The Overlord, which I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it basically tied this round together. And my plan was, it's February. I don't need this until June 6th because Operation Overlord is D-Day. And I already had a round built, which is the D-Day beaches. So I basically threw this to the side. And then when Mike said, hey, you want to do trivia at Minekill, I was like, wait a second, that's June 6th. Boom. Perfect. So I just put it to the side, didn't even look at it really because it had been there for so long. So I get to question 3. And the question is, if you remove the first letter from what Sharp classic weapon, you are left with something that Tim has issues with. So I realized that as I was saying it, I'm like, oh, wait, this is kind of a podcast specific question. And there were people there that probably didn't even know I have a podcast because I didn't, I don't.
Oh, that's
I didn't really advertise.
Yeah, Zach Tassone. Is it Kate do that or however you pronounce it?
Is that who that was?
Yeah, it was.
From
and then Bo Lee.
KBZ team?
Yeah.
Where are they from?
I think they're like Massachusetts area. Or no,
I'm pretty sure
Kate
they're
is
Massachusetts,
New Jersey,
yeah.
but
Well, they were not very happy with the one picture round we did. I did pictograms of local place names, so I knew they weren't local. That's about the only thing I knew there. But anyway, one thing I realized pretty early on was under a pavilion like that, it's very loud. So I did end up having to go get the PA system and this, that, and the other thing, which again, I hadn't plugged that thing in 7 years since COVID. So,
and it went flawlessly.
Yeah, I was not 100% sure that the wire was even the right wire, the plug. So I was kind of winging it. The one thing I do regret, it worked out, but I didn't know with it being a state park if I could play music. So I didn't prep any because what I like to do is you ask a question, you play some music. Fortunately, our chef there, Joe Gaspardi, had music playing while they were cooking. And I said, hey, is there any chance? Because it gets very quiet when people are just mulling about asking questions. And the music also kind of drowns out. You don't want to hear what the other table's saying necessarily. So it worked out. I don't know.
Well, I got one question for Tim.
Oh no.
It's going to be really obvious when I fucking say it, but if I showed you a picture of Sarah Palin in like a white dress type of thing, what would you say that town name is?
Sarah Palin in a white dress? Is that Anchorage?
No.
I have no idea.
No,
Oh, of this area.
literally.
I'm not following and I'm not smart.
Like a
enough.
white
Saratoga.
fabric. Okay,
It's,
there we go.
it's really tough to tell. Like a pictogram.
That
makes
was so
sense.
easy.
Doing it verbally is not easy.
I don't get what you're trying to get at it still. I know the answer.
Here's the thing. I think it was Kenji's team and maybe other teams. I don't know because I didn't score it. My wife did all the scoring. But they had said Palinville.
Yeah.
What is Palinville?
That's the funny thing is when I was driving home, I went past Palinville.
Oh,
No
interesting.
way.
For whatever reason, when I come up, it brings me up to the Cairo exit.
Oh, Sarah in a toga.
Sarah
There
in
we
a-
go.
yeah.
Holy shit.
I didn't know how to describe a white dress without saying the word toga.
Obviously, I believed them when they said Palinville, but it's somebody named Sarah in a toga. Where would toga come at a ville? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I
Do
get
you
it.
happen to have like an image of that? I'm guessing you printed them out, or did someone print those out, or did you print them out?
You know when those were printed out, Corey?
Oh no.
I was supposed to do trivia at one of the Minekills a few years back,
Yeah.
and they had a live band at the cider place.
Yeah.
So I didn't end up using them. So that's how old those are.
Even if you had a blank one, like I'm sure you have one that's not filled out, and you could like take like a decent picture with your phone, it would be kind of cool to post it up on the. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I liked it. It took me a second to get some of them. It took us a long time to get one that we really shouldn't have taken so long to get. But
Yeah, cat skill.
yeah,
Yeah, I could do a picture of it at some point. First of all, Brendan Klein just likes to complain. That's all I'm going to say.
oh,
but
yeah, he does.
I had a loaf of rye bread, and the answer was rye because rye, New York, rye Playland. You know. Now, mind you, that is closer to me than it is to you. But in my defense, I live here, so it was just a fun thing. Like if I needed to kill some time, and I thought, hey, why not break it up? We'll do a picture round. But it was just rye. He was trying to say Rhinebeck. And he's like, because it's rye and it's the back of the bread. And I'm like, first of all,
Back
that's
of the
rye, not Rhine. And then secondly, the back, not Beck. You already given me an idea. I could have a picture of Beck and like the Rhine
There
River
you go.
or something. But I don't know how you represent the Rhine River. But
Like rhinestones or something.
yeah, there you go,
There you
Rhinebeck.
go. I was going through Instagram the other day, and one of my friends went to Pine Bush for UFO stuff, and it made me think of the trivia that we had. So it comes up.
Yeah, I've actually done like a picture of a pine with George Bush. So I've done
there
Pine
you
Bush.
go.
We had Albany, Jessica Alba with a knee. But yeah, if nothing else, I'll snag a picture of that. But yeah, so as I was saying before, Mike messaged me and he said, thanks so much for Saturday. That went great. And I think everyone who stayed to play had a great time. I definitely want to do this again next year, as I heard a lot of people saying they were pissed they didn't stay and do it. Maybe the cash in hand after the event had something to do with it, but maybe it was just the way you ran it. I will say, next year, the cash in hand after the event will be slightly less because, you know, especially if gas prices stay the way they are, I got to charge them something for that, you know. Yeah, that was mostly a joke.
Was kind of curious, like, was that just podcast money? Like, did you donate that?
No. I didn't know anything about pay. Honestly, I would have ran it a lot differently if I had known there was pay involved. No, that was from the tournament. That was figured into
really?
the budget.
Okay. Oh,
That's what I figured too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the fact that I didn't charge got a little boost. But dude, Tim, I think first place got $200.
yeah.
Oh,
It was,
really?
yeah, that's why I was
Yeah.
surprised no one, it was kind of slow signups. It was literally free to enter, do some trivia. You're already at the park. You're going to be hanging out, especially if you're camping anyways. You're going to be hanging out anyways. Like,
Oh, damn.
I didn't do shit except for name a couple of picture ones, which is the only thing I kind of excelled at. And I got $25.
Hell yeah.
That paid for breakfast the next morning.
It did. That's the exact same thing I
Exactly.
spent my money on.
Oh, so you guys came in second?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because second was $100, and then third, it depended on how many teams you had, but third got I think like 50, and it said something about a disc. So I mean,
That's pretty sick.
yeah. He also wanted to do mulligans, which I didn't sell very well.
I didn't really know how to use a mulligan,
Mm.
you know, because you wouldn't find out if you got it wrong until the end.
Yeah.
Part of that has to do with the fact that we didn't communicate very well to begin.
Although, Alex, we could have used one on that Bruins guess when we were like, oh, we kind of thought
Yeah,
Grizzly.
You
Yeah,
said
but you went
Bruins?
For it was the bear on the California thing.
Oh my god.
Bear Mountain? Oh no! You're
No,
talking about
no.
for Grizzly.
Yeah, the
Grizzly,
Grizzly.
There was Kodiak. There was Bruin. Most everybody got that wrong, actually. I think only 1 or 2 teams got that right.
Grizzlies seemed like too easy of an answer, even though it was a question 2.
Well, again, yeah. But Randy didn't get glitched, so there's that, too.
That was a tough question, too. Whoops.
You guys are the only ones that didn't get
it. To the point when Randy and I were yelling at each other across the tables as to who got the answer down first.
Oh, yeah, that broke down quick. And I'm glad we only got one wrong at that point because we were just screaming by the end of that round.
Yeah. There was some alcohol involved.
You don't say.
Do that. We're on round 1 and she's like, man, there's not enough beer here. But that's kind of the point of it, is to knowing kind of how it would go. I would do it not much differently, but like there'd be a couple tweaks. Typically what I like to do is have a theme round and then put music to the theme. I don't want to give you guys what the theme is, so that's not as fun, you know? The music thing, that's the only thing I probably would have done. I've done it in this, instead of just going to a bar or whatever, I've done it in this capacity a couple times. I might have brought a screen because that way I don't have to read it as much.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the rereads and such.
Yeah, my throat was a little rough on the way home, but it wasn't too bad. But yeah, no, I thought it went well. If we have time, I have the rounds that we didn't use.
Ooh.
For disc or no disc. I don't know if you guys recognized any of the answers, because I definitely did do a few of them in the past, but I thought since it's Minekill, but tonight you might have an opportunity to get a few of those.
That's nice.
Again, thank you to Joe Gaspardi and Mike Schwartz and everybody who came. It was kind of fun. Oh, and I forgot. Thank you, Alex, because Alex gave me the beer that got me through it, because I haven't done that like I said, in a long time. And this is a podcast, I get it, but I try not to be the focus of it. Even right now, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to talk too much, but like getting up in front of people is not easy. So,
dude, it felt like I was at like a trivia for a bar night. You had like the classic like little zingers mixed in there whenever someone said something, or like it felt really legit. It was good
for sure. Yeah.
I know you hate hearing that, but it was legit. It felt good.
That kind of stuff is different. Like the reason I don't look for any kind of praise with the podcast is because anybody could do this. That was more of my thought when I first started this. If people actually knew how much time goes into editing, that explains why they don't do it. I felt bad. Like last week, we had 9 people on, including myself. And on Tuesday, Terry Hudson's asking me questions or sending me stuff, asking me questions about. And Greg Kurtz is messaging me about the Summer Battle Royale. And I'm like, I can't. No,
that's too much.
I got to just get this done. I got to get editing. People say about walking and chewing gum. I can do that. But it's like step, chew. I'm still doing one thing at a time. I'm just doing it at half pace. No, but until like Thursday, I'm usually not very alert and paying attention. So I didn't get back to Greg until I think Friday. And we still haven't figured anything out about that. Terry, I don't know. I think he'll be on in the next few weeks. I briefly mentioned it. He's got an idea to get more people out to courses. And I told him I wanted to hear your guys' opinion. So we'll kind of roundtable it and maybe have some questions. But I'll know more soon on that.
Real quick, as long as we're talking about Summer Battle Royale, if you're playing the pro side, make sure you double check your bracket because it's changed.
I was actually going to do a separate thing about that, but since you mention it, has anybody played their Summer Battle Royale match yet?
No.
No, I mean, it's been, 1 week? Not surprising. But as Alex kind of hinted at, looks like Jamin got in to the pro side.
It was a conversation while we were camping. Alden Slack was, hearing about the Battle Royale and was like, oh yeah, I'd definitely be interested in that. And basically Brandon said, if you can track down Jamin and be like, oh, I'll play you for round 1, then we'll put you guys in the bracket. And he was able to track down Jamin and get everything coordinated there. So it ended up making a little bit more complex bracket. So they ended up changing a couple of different things as well. But yeah, it was a campfire conversation between Alden and Brandon trying to get them and him into the bracket at the last minute.
So they added 2 people?
Yep.
Oh,
they
wow.
added Alden and Jamin.
So I think now actually Brandon said there's more people playing pro than there was last year. Or is there more people total playing? I'm not sure, but
you guys were saying last week before those 2 got in that it was more than last year. Do you remember how many it was last year, Corey?
No, I don't.
I think there was only like 9, but there also are players that were in the AM last year that have moved up to the pro this year. So like Josh Lee and Justin Hickok have moved up to pro where they were not pro last year.
I think last week, and I'm just going from memory, but I think it was like 12. So now it sounds like it's 14. So Alex, did you play it all last year?
The Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in 3rd.
But you played in the AM side.
No, I played in pro side.
Okay. Oh, wow. Never mind. Pardon. I thought you played. So the question was kind of leading.
Yeah.
Because Tim had mentioned a couple people moved up. I thought you were one of them. So
no, I almost moved down. If anything, I was like 925 rated last year, and now I'm like 919. And with 915 as the cutoff, that's not quite where you want to be.
All right. So Disc or No Disc was a hit. Mm-hmm. The other thing with the music, I should have had the song. We could have listened to the song.
We were trying to sing it for everybody.
Yeah,
but...
I couldn't remember any of the words though. That's the thing. Like I know Disc or No Disc, that's the game.
Yeah.
Something.
Ryan Nelson actually knew the most of it at our table.
Yeah. Well, that's him singing. You didn't know that?
No.
So you guys do Disc or No Disc. Randy, I assume you and Kat went home?
Yeah, we had to relieve Kat's dad of his kid watching duties.
Who was on your team?
It was me, Kat, Adam, and Jeff Nelson.
That was Jeff's dad.
Jeff is the dad.
I'm sorry. That was Adam's dad. You say Jeff Nelson, and all I can think of is a reliever. Was he a major league pitcher?
I wish.
I figured that was somebody's dad. I just didn't know whose it was. I assumed actually that it was Kat's dad because I figured he was the one who told her to make that comment about me wearing a Met hat, saying I had a little shit on my hat.
Oh, no. Kat is just a really aggressive person. And
you know what aggressive people do? They name themselves Kitty Cat Meow,
I did that. That was me. And it's bit me every week since because I haven't fixed it. I just have to say, in the trivia, all of us are from either New Hampshire or Massachusetts, and we got all but one of the New York pictograms right. So felt pretty good.
Which one did you get?
The
Saratoga.
No, cat. It had an N in the middle. No, it was
no, you guys got that.
Oh, you gave it to us? All right,
yeah.
I'll take it.
There was a picture of a rose,
the
and a
rose
picture of Dale Earnhardt, and in between it had the N.
It had the and sign, yeah.
Is that the ampersand?
I wrote Rosedale. I didn't.
No, and Danielle told me on the way home, she's like, I didn't notice any of the N. So
I think you might have benefited from that as well.
Yeah, we said Rosedale,
but it was supposed to be Rosendale. So,
oops.
No, it's cool. Next year, if I do it again, I have plenty. And I'll try to focus some more up north. I mean, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want you. Well, it's a year. You guys will forget next week. So.
Oh, absolutely.
So we did Disc or No Disc. Randy and Kat went home, relieved the babysitter. Corey and Alex, you guys head back to camp, I assume. Any shenanigans?
Minimal shenanigans on my part.
Alec crashed out early.
Yeah, I brought my cooler over. I finished off the last of the Minekill mulligans, and then I went back to bed at like 8:30. To be fair, I dicked around on my phone for probably like an hour, but I did go to bed incredibly early compared to what most of the people did.
What's a Minekill mulligan?
Yeah, I was going to say thank you for the Minekill mulligans at lunch. They helped.
I'm glad they helped. So the mulligan is a classic like cocktail. It's 1 part bourbon to 2 parts lemonade, and you brew green tea in the bourbon. But what makes it specifically a Minekill mulligan is it's blueberry green tea because of the the Bluebird Trail and everything going in there. But I end up making a couple bottles of that to share around either the campfire or the lunch table. And I think people really enjoyed them.
I think Alex was drunk when he was making it because they seemed way stronger than they did last year.
They were demonstrably less strong.
I didn't think they were strong at all. I thought it was a well-balanced drink.
Yeah. When you make like batched cocktails, you're supposed to dilute them because if you think about, you're either shaking a cocktail or you're stirring it with ice. That'll get, some melted ice, some extra water in there. And it, effectively waters down the cocktail just a little bit. So if you just batch it and you're not, shaking each individual one, you're not getting that extra water in there. So you need to add like 20% water to make it, what it's supposed to be. And last year I didn't do that. This year I did do that. So they were definitely less strong than last year, but I guess people seem to perceive it differently. I don't know.
So chances are, had we done, you get to re-answer a question and you get one of those Minekill mulligans, that might have had a better shot at getting $15 from people.
Maybe.
All right. Couple names we have been mentioning. Colonial Acres the last couple weeks. Dennis Daly and Abe Mazing shot -7, came in 3rd place. And there's a tie in 1st place. Josh Lee and Caleb shot -8. So did Jay Gorsage and Jason Nixon. None of those people we had mentioned. But last week, 3rd place Matt Bauer and Christopher Evanchuk. They shot -8. Terry Hudson and Mark Evanchuk shot -9. And your winners at -10, Brandon Klein and Jeff Nelson. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Corey, did you guys get up to anything after I went to bed?
I had a few beers and crushed like 3/4 of a bag of trail mix for dinner, but no, yeah, we just sat around a struggling fire because the wood was garbage. Thanks, Gorsage, for getting that for us, but yeah, it was pretty pathetic. And Bobby Jones was another camper. He's usually there whenever he comes out for the event, and he had a lot to say about our shitty fire, but it was a relaxing night. Both nights, actually, a lot of guys were like playing some type of putting game. I think we had like 5 or 6 baskets set up. So usually until about 9 o'clock at night when it was actually too dark to throw, there were some fun activities going on.
More baskets than tents?
Probably pretty close. There was a lot of car campers, van campers.
I was going to say, yeah, between that and Alex, his thing doesn't count as a tent. And Kenji's got his big, he calls it camping. Come on.
Yeah,
he's glamping.
He's out here glamping.
At best.
And actually, the funny thing about Alex's camper is I didn't know when he was showing up. And when we first pull into the loop at the campground where the group camping is, someone actually had a similar camper that they were using, although it was like bright yellow. And we were like, I don't know if that's Alex. I don't think he would normally park it over there. But that is kind of his camper style. But did he get a new one? Why is it yellow? It looks like he's like going in for tonight. He's going back into his banana shell. I thought I had more to say about that, but no, there was somebody else that had the same camper as
I was going to say, so it wasn't Alex. Okay. He didn't
it was not Alex. Confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Where do you go to the diner? What diner? You have to go left out of the campsite?
No, it's on the way to the course. It's basically kind of the half-ish way point. It's called the Horseshoe Cafe.
It's very nondescript. It's not a very big sign, like if you know it's there, like obviously it's there, but if you're not looking for it, you're probably not really going to notice it.
I'm sure they have their regulars. When we went, there was definitely 2 groups of regulars. I think the last time I was there, the place was kind of packed. But it's a very nice, homey diner. I don't know if it's a family-run thing or whatever, but I got French toast, eggs, bacon, freaking home fries, orange juice, and coffee, and everything was delicious.
Yeah, very good breakfast. Nice. Cannot complain about anything there.
All right. Well, if you want to complain about anything, Alex, what about your third round? How'd that go? Was the weather still holding out at this point?
It was starting to look a little bit windy. The forecast in general looked better with regards to rain specifically. It wasn't supposed to rain basically at all, or at least maybe not until like 2-3 o'clock. And with my tee time at 10:27, I was not particularly worried. I yet again missed out on a really good card by, I think it was 1 stroke and tiebreakers or something to that effect. So I ended up playing with mostly the same people I had in round 2. It was initially set up to be a 3-person card, but evidently I think Adam Keller had dropped the night before or the morning of. So I ended up on a 5-person card. I wasn't really looking forward to that, but it wasn't too bad. We had a pretty good gap between us and the MP50 guys that were right ahead of us. Unfortunately, I screwed up hole 4 again. I think I only went OB once, but I had screwed up a couple other things. So I ended up taking a 7, then birdied hole 5, and then took a 6 on 6. So we're 6 holes in, and I'm already, +4, +5, whatever it is. Not feeling super great about that, but it's not too bad. Around that point, Thomas Freer starts talking about his wrist. He had taken a big number on 4 as well. He throws lefty backhand and righty forehand, and he was having a lot of trouble with his left hand. He said something went numb. I'm not sure exactly the details, but we lost him around hole 8. From then on, we were pretty much just flying along. I was playing pretty well, picked up a couple of bogeys on 11 and 12, which are expected, but, parring most of them. We caught up to the MP50 guys, even though they had like a half-hour jump on us around hole 13, 14, which slowed us down, which, I wasn't a fan of, but still, no rain, no worries. Took a double on 16 from thrown into the trees, so I'm, not feeling great. +8 going into hole 18, but I have a really good drive on 18, and then we have to wait for the MP50, winner celebration right next to the green, and I'm just standing at my drive, waiting to make my second throw, and, just watching them do all their celebrations, thinking about, I might as well go for it. There's nothing else for me in this tournament at this point. So I, huck a forehand out there, does exactly what I want it to, get myself to pin high just outside the circle, make a long putt for eagle, and end up feeling pretty good about my tournament because of it.
And that got you to 69.
I
Yeah.
was just looking at that. I didn't realize you eagled that, Alex. You didn't really mention anything, unless I didn't hear about it.
I was pretty much, out of there at that point. There wasn't much to stick around for. I watched you guys finish up, and then I was like, all right, I ate my pizza, call it a day. It was a really good second shot. Almost hit the people who are spectating, but it was really cool to make that shot while people were, sitting there watching.
So 70, 69, 69. Man.
Almost.
But all 3 rounds above your rating, each round higher than the last. Boom.
Yeah, yep. Can't complain about that. And looking back, I think the weather was significantly worse last year, but I shot like plus 33 or plus 34 or something like that last year. So, 15 strokes better, we take that.
What about your day, Corey?
Yeah, so that power card that Alex said he was trying to get onto was actually pretty sick. It was myself, Troy Vasari, Randy Bemis, and Adam Nelson. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I had already kind of like gave up on any like aspirations as far as placing in the tournament. I was just still trying to do my no pussy shit, give things a chance. We went to breakfast with Alex, which means we got to the course a little earlier. I spent some time kind of like watching people drive while trying to stretch. At least when I'm sure everybody, it was pretty windy on hole 1. Really, that whole front 9 was pretty windy round 3. So by the time our card got called up, I thought that, okay, I got this this kind of strong tailwind over the right shoulder. I'll try to throw something a little not too stable on like highs or let it carry. And my shot, it turned over, it went straight up in the air, and then it was kind of helicoptered down. So it instantly put me in a spot that I cannot cross this OB line towards the basket. That is decided to do something that I haven't done ever or in a long time, which is try to go around the OB on the right side and have like a longer approach and just try to save a par. And I clipped the OB on the right side and went OB. And then from there, I got like 280 to the pin with a tailwind. Think that I could just throw something up there and end up like 50 short. Again, still think I have a tailwind, so I can give the thing kind of like a soft bid, and it should just get smacked down if anything. And it didn't. It lifted, and now I'm putting for bogey from like the bottom of the hill that the basket's on, and give that a run, come up short, and tap in a 7 to start off my round triple bogey. Already like putting me way past the pace of doing worse than the previous round. But I get a birdie on hole 3, try to go over the pond on hole 4 again, and barely come up short right, kind of like where Jeff usually puts all of his stuff when he's spotting over there. Try to go over on 6. That didn't work out. Save the bogey. Get to hole 9, which arguably is one of the easiest holes in the course. I mean, people are eagling it, but it's a pretty simple hole to really not take worse than a par. So finally got that birdie, which felt good, and then the rest of the back 9 just didn't get a single birdie in the back 9 and collected 2 more bogeys. So it's pretty frustrating. I don't know. It could be tough for anyone to try to like not get super down, but I feel like I'll give myself one or two fuck mans, and then right back to chit chatting with Adam Nelson, who doesn't shut up half the time anyways. But I don't want to say I had like high expectations coming into this event. I always play like shit here, especially for the pro side. And I came in with high hopes round 1. Those kind of got shut down instantly. So I was looking forward to having some fun cards and at least watching some good golf. And to finish that final round off with, 3 of the homies was enjoyable. If it was 3 randos, maybe I would have let it, been a little bit more miserable that round. But it was a good time. Yeah, that's it. It was fun hanging out too, watching all the other cards come in.
And you shot 69, 68, 69, so you're only one off.
Oh, I didn't notice that actually.
The clean round.
Yep, I got 54 holes and 4 birdies. That is not a recipe for success.
So now are you and Randy going to petition? He's going to petition about the purple layout. You're going to petition about Minekill getting it erased?
Actually, I forgot about this. This was kind of the theme the whole weekend too, since I was playing so bad. I'm signed up currently to play the Cosmic Open at Maple Hill this weekend, which is 3 rounds from the golds. So obviously after playing Minekill, my confidence has never been higher. And these 3 rounds could potentially have been so bad collectively that come Tuesday, tomorrow, or this past Tuesday, if you listen to when this episode came out, the ratings update might kind of fuck me, but also might potentially be a blessing, and that I drop 1 point to 969. And then from there,
back-to-back champ,
I can sign up for Amside Minekill and defend my championship and not play Maple Hill and save hundreds of dollars and whatever. I'll just still contribute my part of the hotel. Oh wait, shit, no, I signed up for the hotel. Fuck. Anyways, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
According to his PDGA page, Corey Cook's rating, as of June 9th, 2026, is 970.
Speaking of Minekill AM side, it will still theoretically, Randy, be eligible to sign up when this comes out. What's it, like Friday?
Yes. We either close it Wednesday or maybe even Friday. And I know we got a handful of signups just in the past like 24 hours from people probably talking about pro side. So we're up to 51, and yeah, it closes on the 11th. So Thursday. Yeah.
At like
midnight. Yeah.
Oh.
So you basically up it until the day before the tournament.
Well, so you mean like technically like Friday midnight?
No. Thursday midnight. So just Friday would be the only day you can't sign up.
No, well, that's what I mean. Like you have all of Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So like once it hits 12 o'clock on Thursday night, you're done. 12 o'clock midnight.
You know what? Now that I'm reading it, it is noon.
Okay. This will still be out 12 hours.
Yeah. And if you can message me directly, there might still be a chance to get you in.
Pat, lock that in real quick.
No, really. There's like no logistical issues with adding people like last minute when the tournament's not full and we have discs to give people. Like I just want to give people the discs we bought. So it's fine.
All I would say is that as long as you're hearing this like reasonable hour on Friday,
not at 6 a.m. on Saturday,
or even 11 o'clock on Friday, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, so I only signed up for pro side because I'm in the group chat with Mike and Jason and Kat for like planning everything. And Mike said he was reopening registration because so many people had dropped and wanted to let a few people in. I was like, oh, like I'll just play it then if it's like available. So I don't know. When you don't have a full tournament, it kind of just makes sense to let people play.
Well, how was your Sunday?
So yeah, Sunday was pretty good. I learned a lot of lessons on Saturday. I went into that round the opposite of Corey. Basically, for me, the more conservative I played on that course, the better. Basically, I learned if I want to throw an Anheuser, I better put the disc on Anheuser because it was never going to flip for me. Basically, I wasn't going to make a putt outside the circle. I think Saturday I made one putt outside the circle. So basically stuck to a plan of playing really, really boring. And we got through hole 4 being where people either go for it or they don't. And every round on hole 4, I laid up off the tee. I threw a destroyer on my second shot to like 90 feet away from the pin. And I would lay up to basically 5 feet and I would take a tap in, and some people would birdie it and some people would bogey it. And I just felt really good about that play. So I get through hole 4 and Troy out loud says, "Man, Randy, you're really good at just playing this like conservative game." And I was like, yep, that's the plan. And then I just bogey hole 5, which is not even like a hole you're supposed to bogey. Just I like threw my upshot too high in the air and the wind scooped it up. So thanks, Troy. And then on hole 6, Corey forgot to mention that he tried to go for it off the tee, and as his disc is like plummeting into the out of bounds with no chance of ever coming in, his hat flies off and starts like rolling down the hill. And Corey's like bobbling it in his hands, I guess, before it even hits the ground.
For so long.
He's like running. This was like slow-mo. I'm trying to watch the disc so we don't lose it because it is not even going near the spotters. And Corey's like tumbling down the hill to my right, and no one watches the disc fly except me, I guess. It was hilarious. And it has the mini in it too, which added some comedy.
I think I bobbled it legit 4 or 5 times trying to catch it and just kept smacking it up. And then it hit the ground and it had the fucking audacity as a brimmed hat to roll down the hill. And it couldn't just sit. It actually rolled like 3 or 4 revolutions down the hill as my disc is sailing OB somewhere.
You should cut the brim off that hat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's not a hat, it's a mini holder.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to roll anyway.
Since we talked about this, I've been to one event. I still have only seen one person wearing a hat with a mini. Same person as I normally see, but,
I've even given them out since the last time you've seen them probably, and it's still only population me.
Well, have you ever seen them wear it at an event?
I ask Ethan every time we play. He was my Secret Santa for disc captains. I gave him one. I'm like, dude, where is the hat I gave you? He says in the closet. What the hell is it doing in there?
That's something that you need to practice. It's kind of like how we talked about when Kat was here, like she started putting, having a putter in your hand. It's kind of the same thing with me. Like when I'm playing, my first thought is back right pocket, mini. You know what I mean? Like you almost have to relearn because you get into these habits, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, every time I play like a non-tournament round, I'm like reaching at my head for a mini. I'm not even wearing a hat that day.
You either have to go all in or all out, and it sounds like Ethan's all out, buddy. Sorry.
He'll come around.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He's got time. He's a youngin'. I'm sorry, Randy. We kind of hijacked your
No, the vibe on the card was very Looney Tunes. At any point during the round, one of us almost or did fall down in a comedic way, not ever throwing. Well, Corey's, I guess, was maybe after throwing.
I did eat shit later on hole 9. I took my second shot. I was on like kind of where it slanted, and I threw, and I literally went fully horizontal and landed on my hands and balls of my feet like fucking Spider-Man. And I think Adam was the only one that, or no, was it you or it? I think it was Adam.
I didn't
right next
see
to me.
that directly, at least. But I mean, we all almost beefed it. I was looking for a disc at one point, and I stepped back like into somebody's bag and did like the windmill arm motion until I somehow like stabilized, and Troy stepped on a stick and just absolutely fell like hard.
It made it. You know that meme video, that news video of that lady from the news channel like crushing fucking blueberries with her feet in that big barrel, and then she falls over and hits the ground and starts making some crazy noises like that was Troy for slipping on
That
a
was
stick.
Troy, yeah.
That's an all-time video.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you.
But anyways, so to sum up my round though, took a tap and bogey on 6, and that's totally part of the plan. And then I'm thinking like, all right, this whole conservative game is tough if you take bogeys, because when you're conservative, you're not getting birdies. How do you get back to even par? And then like hole 7, I have a 15-footer, and I just like, I tickle like a single chain. Like this whole weekend, I am not making putts outside of like 12 feet. I think I made a handful, but it was a rough weekend for me putting, and I still managed to like do okay. Got a birdie on 9, and then I think I was like about to par out the whole rest of the round via just like good enough tee shots and like laying up from 40 feet. Corey was razzing me, but like I was pretty happy, just like stress-free tap-ins. I don't know. I tried to run a few like safe ones from 40, and they wouldn't even make it to the cage. It was like my body didn't want anything to do with making a putt. And then I think I took like a silly bogey on 17. And yeah, so I shot +2. It was like way above my rating. So like I wish if someone had told me on like Friday night, like, Randy, just play like so boring, like don't do anything cool the whole weekend and you'll shoot above your rating, like that would have been great. But whatever. So anyways, this is now the second like big tournament in a row I have shot exactly my rating. So I'm just propagating for everybody. So you're welcome, everyone.
You're the third person that we've talked to, and all three of you improved your rating each round. It's kind of why I asked Alex about the weather, because on Sunday, the ratings seem a little higher. Am I wrong there?
I think it was because a lot of people shot worse on Sunday, and it was windy, but it wasn't crazy. I don't know if people were being aggressive because they were trying
gusty.
to.
It wasn't always necessarily.
Yeah, it was
like,
gusty,
consistent, but I know it was pissing me off, and it could have just been because I was. It felt like I'd walk up to my light, and actually I kind of forgot. Alex mentioned like waiting on hole 18. We waited on hole 18 for them to get to their second shot for a little while, and then by the time we got to our drives, we had to wait for a while, and I just felt like, man, this entire time I'm sitting here, I got this freaking tailwind at my back, and literally as I stand up to my disc, which is like the fourth time I feel like it happened, it's like the wind completely switched 180. Now I have a straight headwind, and I have to like rethink about what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
But it was definitely gusty, and it was not always from the same direction. So I'm sure like the strong throwers are just defaulting to overstable disc and everything. But for some of us that had to do a little bit more flex action on their stuff, it kind of bit us.
Yeah, and I'm sure the general fatigue of playing 2 rounds and then playing another round the next day probably caught up to some people. And if I remember correctly, I think some of the divisions that were playing greens on Saturday ended up playing oranges on Sunday, which if they don't do quite as well, there's more people playing it. It's potentially an upgrade for your rating.
That's a good point. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Randy is our first. He didn't have 169.
What an asshole. That's super nice.
Damn, I suck.
One less bogey in round 1. A double in round 2 would have helped, or a quad in round 3. But no, Randy can't have a 69. All right. Jamin managed 1. He shot better than all y'all fools. But Adam Nelson, 990. I think you guys mentioned it earlier, round 1. Ryan Nelson, 1013, round 1. And then it looks like he opened that brown bottle for round 2.
A lot of people kind of took a beat down at some point during the tournament. Like that course just has some teeth.
Yeah, but 1013 round 1. I see Justin Park 1011 in round 2. I think Alex might have mentioned that. Tucker Kozlowski 1004 in round 2. Leighton Brinster 1004 in round 2. Ethan Hatters 1021 round 1, 1000 round 3. Azariah round 2 1004, 1015 in round 3. Gillis McDougall with a 1013 in round 1. RJ Cherkis. I think that might have been one of Jamin's picks, 10-13 round one.
Actually, I have a story for Gillis. I played with him in round one. Hole 8 was one of the baskets that's raised that isn't normally raised. And there's about a 1-inch gap between the bottom of the cage and the wooden tower that it's raised on. He had a downhill putt, probably 35, 40 feet, slots it right between the cage and the tower. Like we watch it clamber around and fall down at the bottom of the tower. And we're just like, there's no way you could have done that if you were trying to do that. It was really an incredible shot.
Okay, I feel like any response would be valid and understandable, but I'm just curious, how did he take that?
He wasn't particularly upset by it.
I mean, he wasn't going to make the putt anyways, obviously. Like, it was going to be low. So I guess there's no harm, no foul out of it, but...
And honestly, it prevented it from being a rollaway of any kind.
True.
You know? So like he wasn't too upset with it, but it was just so surprising and unexpected. You know, it's such a tiny slot to hit in there. And I think we were talking about it earlier on like hole 4, where like, what happens if it gets stuck in between there? But yeah, no, it was super cool. And then he had an awful spit out on hole 9 for his birdie, which immediately washed all that away anyway. So that was rough. But yeah, just wanted to note those towers can be tricky.
Absolutely. Alden Slack, 1,004 in round 2, 1029 round 3. Kyle Hirsch, 1,011 in round 2, 1,015 in round 3. He was reaping the rewards there. I see. Carcinum shot a 1013 round 1, 1015 round 3. Carcinum? No? Anybody?
Yeah, that's his Massachusetts spelling or pronunciation.
As I mentioned earlier, I got there around 3:30 or so on Saturday, and it looked like it was Wyatt Mahoney and this Jonathan Borzak, who's from Illinois? Lindenhurst, Illinois. They were at minus 20 each going into hole 18, and Wyatt took hole 18 to shoot 21 down through 2 rounds. And so Jonathan was at 20 down. I was like, are you fucking kidding? 21 down, Minekill in 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine as someone who went plus 11 through 2 rounds.
I was at Dove Creek yesterday, and we were also talking about how insane that is.
Mm. Did you guys watch? How was it coming up to hole 18?
So with 3 holes to go, Jonathan was up by 1. He was at 24. Wyatt was at 23. Unfortunately, neither of them did stats, so we don't really know how it happened. You'll have to wait to see it on coverage, because it will be on coverage by Heiser Media. Is that who did it? I think it was Heiser Media. That's who's done it in the past, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're all hanging out on 18, waiting to see them come up and see the app, whatever. Jonathan's up by 1 after hole 16. They get to hole 17, which I don't know that I would say necessarily either of them has an advantage on. Wyatt throws lefty backhand. Jonathan throws righty backhand. I don't think really Wyatt throws any forehands really much, but Wyatt gets the birdie on 17. So now they're tied. And you're thinking both of these guys, like, they're either both going to have eagle chances or they're both going to at least have birdie chances. It's hard to tell whose drive was what as you're sitting up on 18 green, because you can't see the tee pad. But it seemed like Wyatt had gotten cleaner through 2 shots, and Jonathan had hit a twig, kind of shot himself down halfway through the hole. Randy, were you there? Because Alex wasn't there.
I was there. Because Wyatt is a lefty, I actually could tell which drive was his because it just flew like a lefty backhand.
Yeah.
And it was in a nice position.
Yeah, that second shot really opens up for a strong lefty backhand, or if you're a righty forehand guy that can really juice it up there, you can really put yourself into a good spot, because it helps, since the basket's pushed back, it helps to be like closer to the parking lot, so you kind of, you have to get underneath through some low ceiling, so being up there kind of has a more level approach to the basket. I don't remember if did they both have eagle putts and missed, or Wyatt had an eagle putt and missed, but Jonathan, he had a birdie putt, and he also kind of had I don't know if he hit chains and splashed out, but Jonathan
had a birdie putt. Maybe it was a birdie putt from only like 25.
Left side of the pin.
Yeah, and I think he just caged it. Like, he just didn't fully get it in there. And Wyatt was, I think, sitting for like a tap-in birdie instead.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, Wyatt didn't need to like risk running the eagle putt from like 40 feet. He already knew that Jonathan wasn't eagling it. So it was a pretty safe decision, I think, to just take a tap-in birdie. And yeah, I don't know. It's cool to watch, though.
Yeah, came back on the last 2 holes, birdie both against Jonathan, getting par on both, and take the win by 1 stroke. I kind of thought there was going to be a playoff. I was curious what holes the playoff holes were going to be, but turns out didn't need it.
They put the benches over on hole 18, were those used?
No, I don't think so.
No, they were too far over.
Yeah.
So like they were great to watch people like hit their putts, but everyone sat in the correct spots, which is just like 10 parking spots over.
Mhm.
So you can watch people's, tee shots come in and then their up shots, and you can see their putts if you're just more centered. So next year we will put those bleachers in a slightly better spot, I think.
So the bleachers are a good idea. It's just they were just not in the right spot.
Yeah, really good idea.
Okay.
There was enough people to basically fill the bleachers, but they were just so far down that you wouldn't be able to see the up shots. So
Yeah.
it was,
Oh, that's fair.
there was maybe a few people sitting in them, but yeah, not enough.
I mean, this has been going on 11 years, and every year it's like, you learn from what happened last year and you improve it next year. So
There was
That's great.
also like a bunch of pizza at hole 18's green. Well, not on the green, but like, once you finish your round, there was pizza available.
I don't know.
for
It was
people.
pretty close to the green.
But it was really good. Like I know like the picnic after round 2 and the pizza after the round, like a lot of people did not expect that. So I know a lot of people were pleasantly surprised that, after having a grueling day or round at Minekill, like, oh, nice. I don't got to eat this granola bar. I've been rationing in my bag for a round and a half. I can actually have something nice to eat.
nice. We mentioned some of the spotters on Saturday. It looks like on Sunday, Jeff was on hole 4. Jim Seymour was on hole 6.
Jim Seymour, yes.
Of course, Jim Seymour.
Justin Hickok and Jeff Nelson on 9, and Brandon Klein and Matt Sharp on 12.
Matt Sharp. I forgot about him too.
Yeah. It is interesting. Wyatt picked up that one stroke on 18 in round 2. He did it twice, at least. I don't know about round 1, but he seems to have hole 18 dialed in. Where's he from?
Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Glastonbury, Connecticut. Do we know where that is? Connecticut's not a huge state, but as far as distance, like north, south, east, west, Connecticut?
Not sure off the top of my head who's in the...
Googling.
No, that's cool. Again, it's not a huge state, so you could see him playing Massachusetts, upstate New York. Even he does some wedge and as far down as Skyline stuff. So he's all over the place.
I think the last time I beat Wyatt was in MA3 at Blatnick in like 2018.
The last time I beat Wyatt was I have a lower PDGA number. Mixed Pro 50, Bobby Jones shot an even par. I think he was like 6 or 8 down through 2 rounds.
I think MP50 played 2 rounds from the green and 1 round from the orange.
Mhm.
So Sunday was the long round?
Yeah, no, I watched
Yes.
them drive. Yeah, they played from the orange tees round 3 for sure.
Yeah, it does say orange tee. So he built up enough lead in rounds 1 and 2 to hold on. Chad Larson came in 2nd place. Dan Eigner in 3rd. Dana Litt won the FP40 division, beat Jennifer Park. Trevor Harbolt shot -15 in MP40. Steve Brinster came in 2nd, -8. Chris Villa in 3rd, -7. And Sweet Lou Garcia, 4th place with -4. Eden Fornoff ran away with the FPO division. Kat Bemis in 2nd, though.
Oh, she took it. I
Yeah.
never even looked at it until now.
Is she going to buy you something pretty?
I mean, she covered my entrance fee at least. So that feels good to not go negative on the weekend.
Cassandra Leoy came in 3rd place. We mentioned Wyatt and Jonathan. David Fleck in 3rd, Andrew Cochran in 4th, Dylan Capiccioli in 5th, Miles Sayer, Carson Am, Matthew Spina, Carson, Matthew, and Trevor tied for 7th, Kyle Hirsch and RJ Cherkis in 10th. Just to keep it going, because I like the under pars, Alden Slack and Zachary Tassone and Gillis McDougall all shot -6, tied for 12th. Azariah Carr-Trett and Ethan Hatters -4 and tied for 15th. And Malcolm Cooper shot a -1 for 17th. Justin Michelli, even par.
Last cash, Justin.
No, because Stephen Durning and Brendan Lockhart were last cash. They shot +1. I was just going to even par.
I think because Ethan didn't take cash. Yeah.
Shit.
And Ethan didn't take
Fucked
cash.
up
Yeah.
the cash line.
Yesterday he was last cash. You're right. But I think when they processed it, Ethan not taking it gave it second to last.
Damn, so I was only 16 strokes off the cash line. I should have laid up more.
Corey, you should have laid up more. I'm just going to tell you.
It never bit me. I always made the comebacker.
No, I meant like where there was OB. Like off the tee, you should have laid up
Listen,
more.
Randy. You play your game. I'll play mine.
Okay.
Next year, though, I'm coming for that cash line. 100%, though.
All right, so we did picks for Minekill. Tim, to my knowledge, we had 2 drops. We recorded on Monday. Tuesday, the 1-1, like the first pick of the draft, dropped. Alex,
Yeah, that wasn't a problem. That I had built in where I could add somebody and put it in. He added Alden Slack.
that's Tuesday. Then what happens?
Then who dropped?
Was it Jamin's pick?
Yeah, Jamin's pick went from FPO.
Lori Merriman.
Merriman, yeah. So he chose Bobby Jones as his replacement. Bobby Jones was not in our draft list.
Boo.
So Bobby Jones joined the tournament after we had already drafted. So he was not in the original import from the tournament. So once you draft, I have it that you shouldn't be able to re-import because it's then duplicating. Whatever. So I had to write a bunch of stuff to validate the back-end database that it would compare, and I'm basically not pulling duplicates. That's all it was. I didn't have that written before. So I had to do that, re-pull in Bobby Jones. That way I could drop Lori, add Bobby Jones to Jamin's team. It was just a little bit of work. That's all. But yeah, I had to rewrite the import process because of that.
Not for nothing. It's Brian Bickersmith's fault because he's the one who essentially told Jamin who to pick. So.
Right. That is true. I do. Yeah. 100%.
Anytime I can blame Brian, I'm going to.
It makes the app better. So I guess in the end,
he did it. Why you got to say that?
It makes it more bulletproof in the future.
I always debate about this, and I always wait until I should ask you guys beforehand, but I always wait. The episode releases on Thursday at midnight. So shortly after, I'm a night owl, I was like, okay, we should do like a poll of our listeners to see if who thinks whoever should win. Now, mind you, we had 8 people picking. That's a lot of people to pick. So I'm like, okay, let me pull up Tim's beautiful app.
Oh, wow.
Or I'm sorry, Tim's thirst trap of an app.
Hell yeah.
What I'll do is I'll just screenshot all the picks, for each individual person, and I'll put them in a Facebook poll. Well, Facebook don't let you use images. You have to use words. And Tim mentioned this while we were drafting. He's like, I got it set to refresh every 1 second. I don't know if you realize this, but it is very difficult to copy and paste when something refreshes literally every second. So I had to time it right to get everybody's picks. And I had to do it sloppily. I had to include everything. I post this poll, and then I want to say the next day, it must have been because that's after release, you set up a thing that people can vote.
Yeah. So after I saw your poll, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I can just make it all one-stop shop. And that way you don't have to do the things like that. It gets more people in here. So it helps with, anything else we want to do this, like with the team challenge, gets more people to look at this. It gets more people involved in the draft, but you can go in now, you can vote for your player. You can see who they voted for. That gives a percentage. It gives a vote winner on the top now, because now there's a scoreboard on the top that tells you that the draft is finished, who the actual winner was, who the vote winner was, the status of the draft, if it's been imported or not. I cleaned up a bunch of the actual listing, so a little foreshadowing, but the tiebreaker actually came into effect for this one. I made it mobile, so I did a ton of mobile updates. So when you look at it on your phone now, it looks a lot cleaner because I figured most people won't be on the desktop. But this now can be used as a voting tool if you want to. And I've changed the permissions to anyone can see this page that logs in. They just won't be able to be a drafter unless, they're on that night.
As far as the voting, I don't typically vote, and I just added up all the ratings. And whoever had the highest rating got my vote. We had 4 votes. It looks like 3 of those people agree with me because Randy had the highest total ratings, just add up the ratings.
Oh, I just voted for him because of his name.
Hell yeah.
In hindsight, I should have not voted for him because of his name, but
The other thing is I have it set so when I do an import, it automatically turns the voting off. So people can't come in after the fact and vote for whoever actually won too. So as soon as the import happens, the buttons all get turned off and you can't do it anymore.
Okay, well, as far as the actual picks, it looks like in 8th place with 787 points. Surprising, he lost his 1-1 pick of the draft. Killer Stoney, Alex Potts, had Jamin, Jason, Alex, and Alden Slack.
I added a Jay Gorsage touch to this. Can you see what it is on here?
The
stars. What do the stars mean?
If you mouse over it, it says event rating beat current rating.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Alex and Alden beat their regular rating. I mean, Alex, you lost your best player, so there's not really much.
I can't complain too much. When you're picking me in the last spot, there's a certain element of doing it for the meme that plays into it. Adding 200 strokes or however many I took is not generally going to win you the thing.
You also took the longest in the draft, according to the timer.
Oh, no. Is he done yet?
So I think that happened for 2 reasons. Adding the different player may have played into it. but I didn't ever check it. I also think I added the timer after the fact, and he was the last pick. I think it counted it all the way until I added the clock the next day or something like that. So I have no idea. But those are my
19 seconds. That might actually be accurate.
No, I think that is accurate. I'm 100%. I think that is accurate.
Well, yeah, I just see that. It says total time. Is that minutes? 1,562 minutes, 24 seconds. And Jason's total time was 19 seconds.
Just 19.
So even Alex's seconds beat him. What I had realized the day after you said, I added a timer. And I was like, we're doing a podcast and we kind of stopped Randy from making his pick. We started talking about a totally different topic. So I did feel guilty about that. I'm like, we must have mentioned 3 or 4 times, we need a timer. We need a timer. But we kind of don't need a timer.
But I really liked Randy's idea of having a timer that counts up.
Just counts up and doesn't do anything other than just we can laugh kind of like Alex being 1,500 minutes. Yeah.
Yep. So that's added in, and you'll see next draft board I redid a whole bunch of stuff, so it's a little bit more user friendly.
So 7th place we got the Head Lemon, Evan P. He had Miles Sayer, Gillis McDougall, Jay Gorsage, and Cassandra Leoy.
I choose to sort by finish place total, which puts me in 3rd. So they're not bad. Third place feels good. If we're going by the metric that we did not elect to use, then
If you picked an FPO player that was not Eden Fornoff, you had a tough time. There was a huge difference in as far as stroke play. Place-wise, solid. No votes, though. At least as far as this, only 4 people thought to vote on this because it was a last-minute thing.
Totally fair.
Also, to be fair, besides the podcast, the only people that have access to the app all voted. So Brian Monahan and Brandon Klein, and then you. Those are and then I did it while I was testing.
We're the 4 votes. So. Okay.
Yeah, you're the 4 votes. 4 votes, and those are the only people that have access to the app.
No, that's cool. I love ground floor stuff. 6th place, we got one half of Camel Case Corey, Tim Goyette. He had Wyatt Mahoney, who won. He's got a little flame next to his name that says largest positive rating difference, plus 31. Zachary Tassone, who beat his current rating with his event. Jack Fruchter and Kate Do That, who's not great at local trivia. I saw her picture around. It wasn't great.
And then you can click on view voters there, Pat. It tells you who voted for. So like I have 1 vote. You can see that.
Brian Monahan voted for that. Shocking.
Yeah.
Because he voted for you. No, I was like, who did you pick that? He's just loyal.
Yeah, that's all it is.
5th place, we got Bustin' Crust, Corey Guns. He had Eden Fornoff, who came in 1st in FPO. Trevor Harbolt, who came in 1st, MP40. Kyle Hirsch, who is the Reaper, top 10, and Corey Cook, probably the albatross for your picks. No,
you could have won.
I think because I'm only 9 strokes off the lead.
Yeah, Corey, I almost just wrote code to give you a little ice cube or something on yours.
A poop emoji.
Oh, the poop emoji. I almost wrote it in just for your name, like the code, so every time you popped up, you had the poop emoji. But I decided to keep that.
He came in 5th place. The only person that their event rating did not beat their current rating was Corey.
Okay, now you're just right.
Maybe that's the poop emoji. All right. If all 3 players get a star or a flame, the 4th player gets a poop emoji.
Yeah, it was the guy that ruined the star, the birdie.
The birdie, yeah, right. The star frame. You
know how many times I did that? A lot.
I did mention during trivia that the only reason this podcast is still going is because we make fun of Corey and we make fun of Ryan being a no-show. Those are the 2 running themes for everything we do.
And also, if you're going to auto-populate my name with anything, it better be like a mullet emoji.
Oh, that's fair.
Our top half, we got Chains Addiction. Joe C. came in 4th place. He picked in under 2 minutes Steve Brinster, who came in 2nd in MP40. Andrew Cochran, who came in 4th in MPO. Duncan Farquharson and Stephen Durning. Got him 741 points, 2 points better than Bustin' Crusts. The Lasasso Family Sweatshop came in 3rd place. In 19 seconds, he picked Chris Villa, who came in 3rd in MP40. David Fleck, who came in 3rd in MPO. Chad Larson, who came in 2nd in MP50, and Justin Whitney, who came in 5th in MP40. So he picked 1 MPO and came in 3rd place.
Now that I think about it, that was really smart since the other ones, 40 and 50, played green layout, right?
So it's really smart by the guy who's only been doing this for a decade plus.
Yeah, right. No. Yeah, that makes sense.
Although until you get to 2nd place.
Yeah, that's true. He got 3rd place.
True.
So.
but he only missed it by 3 points.
Foreshadowing.
So we have a tie for first. Thirst Traps of Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. Randy Bobandy had Dylan Capiccioli, who came in 5th place in MPO. Ethan Hatters, 15th in MPO, but beat his current rating. Carson Am, who came in 7th in MPO, also beat his rating. And Malcolm Cooper, who came in 17th in MPO, total of 732 points. Any thoughts on your picks, Randy?
Besides Ethan, I just went chalk in MPO. I didn't want to do FPO just because I know the strokes can rack up, and I didn't have time to think about what layouts MP40 and MP50 were playing. So I just went with the highest available pick possible in MPO, except for Ethan, who I picked because I like Ethan. So, ta-da.
And all 3 people that voted for you to be the highest vote winner agreed with you.
Mm-hmm. I got the most votes on here and on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
So there's like 6 people that really trust me.
Got it.
Myself, B. Klein, and Tim Goyette voted for you. So you had 3/4 of the vote. I just realized this now. Jamin named his team 6-7. Is that because the event was played on the 6th and the 7th, do you think?
I think the kids are getting to him.
Yeah, I think his mind is an enigma.
All right.
They poisoned our boy. What did they do to our boy?
He made his picks 10 seconds quicker than Randy at 3:36. He had Jonathan Borzik, who came in 2nd place in MPO. RJ Cherkis, who came in 10th. Bobby Jones, who came in 1st in MP50. All 3 of those people, their event rating was higher than the regular rating.
You said he was gifted.
Well, he was gifted Bobby Jones by Brian Bickersmith, who was his 4th pick, who came in 8th in MP40. And he tied Randy at 732. Tim, why does it show first place for Jamin?
Well, as you said, that if there was a tie, we would use the total finish place as our tiebreaker. So because Jamin has 21 points for their total finish and Randy has 44.
Yeah, that's something I didn't factor in at all, because tying on a 3-round event
Didn't
for
seem
strokes
possible.
for 4 different people. Yep. Insane.
I came in here to import it, put it in, and I'm like, oh, something's wrong. Like the strokes are the same, and my calculations must be off. And so I took a calculator out, added them all up, and I'm like, oh, it's not wrong. It did it right. It just, you guys tied, and I couldn't believe it.
Yep, it's crazy.
Even when I said it during the podcast, I was like, this will never happen because you're picking 4 people. But in case we do, wow. And Jamin had 0 votes, at least from the HudsonValleyPicks.com. But we did do a poll on the Facebook page, and like Randy said, he had the majority of the votes. He had 32% of the votes. 8 people voted for him. Sparky Spalding himself, Will Byrne, Mike Schwartz, Travis Bashore, Brandon Klein, Jack Fruchter, and Ross O'Toole. Jason had 16%. Jason had Justin Muccelli, Chris Dahl, Eric Heinel, and Ryan Nelson. Jamin got 12%. Terry Hudson, Brian Bickersmith, and Adam Dahl. Joe also had 12%. Kathleen Bemis, Joe Karen, and Sean Patrick. Alex had 8%, himself and Eric Mergendahl. Oh, I also had 8%. I added this like a day or 2 later. After the event, I will take the top 4 scores from players who weren't drafted, which is what I normally do. Joe Karen and Jason Lasasso voted for me. Evan voted for Evan. Jack Fruchter voted for Tim. Pat with 2 T's, James, voted for Corey.
So, Pat, you're telling me I need to build in a Pat team after the import.
Obviously.
That's something
All right.
I've done in the past.
I'll work on that.
Literally, it's just another way to name people who did well. I didn't even do the math this year. Brian Bickersmith did it for me, assuming he's right. He said Matthew Spina, who shot a 181, Trevor Dean, who shot a 181, Azariah Cartret shot a 185, and Sweet Lou Garcia with a 183 would have netted me 730 points, which would have come in first place by 2 points. So,
all right, I'll work on something
Tim,
for you.
Here you go. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
First thing, drafted flag. Second thing, I don't know how you have your finalization set up. Calculate Pat's picks.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't have a draft
yeah.
flag. Sort by strokes, sort by place finished. Boom, export.
Yeah, you'd have to
7,
eliminate
profit.
the divisions, do it, but yeah, you're right. Yep, I get it. I get what you. Yeah, no. It will be there for next week.
Incredible,
but not good enough.
Oh.
Not good enough. Did you see? I made a homepage too. It's like halfway done.
Yeah, but your performance review, you're getting meets expectation. Not
yeah, I get. It. Yeah, I'm only out of 5. I'm getting a 3. I get it.
Meets
I understand.
Corey's
raise for
expectations.
you, buddy.
We don't give 5.
I'm giving you a
sorry.
6.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You're giving me a well. See, now you're breaking management standards. You have to give me something to work towards. So Corey's doing the correct pizza party management, where I now have to do better to get a 3.5 next time.
That's why we got Corey's around here. I'm a softie, so.
All right, you'll have a Pat Steam.
If your
for next
kids
time.
aren't missing at least one dinner a week, you're not doing enough.
Oh boy, that hits home.
But that's still pretty cool. I tried to include some of the events throughout the evening, but those that we didn't get to. On Monday, we got a couple weeks worth of Gunks Monday dubs. 2 weeks ago, there was a tie for third place. Jace V's and Roscoe Sudol tied with Phil Fragale and Anthony Baxter at -3. Max Horowitz and Brian Hauser came in second at -6. And your winners at -7, Jacob Driscoll and Steve Rush. Last week, there was a three-way tie for third place. William Koenig Vinicombe and Jace V's tied with Mark Dickinson and Bruce, and Billy Buckner and John Cronin. They all shot -3. Luke Diamaz and Jacob Driscoll shot -4 for second place. And your winners at -6, Phil Fragale and Dylan Varela. Saratoga Spa random dubs. 2 weeks ago, we had a three-way tie for third place. Benjamin Pratt and Tucker Kozlowski tied with Bobby Hallam and Nathan Coogan, who tied with Tyler Calzada and Dan McCrae. They all shot -12. Cody Kanine and Ethan Winkle shot a -13 for second. And Joe Panessa and Jerapat K are your winners. They shot -14. Last week, Mike Wynn and Parker Cerrone shot a -13 for third place. Jace Carter and Ethan Hatters in second at -16. And Michael Fair and Danny White won it at -18. Camp Gone Monday doubles. 2 weeks ago, Joseph Scardigno and Anthony Craig shot a -9 for third place, and there was a tie for first place at -10 between Perry Smith and Sebastian M. and Maximus. Last week, there was a tie for third place. Mike Besk and Disker shot a -8, so did Colin Broderick and Todd Christensen. Wes Halter and Brian McGarr came in second, shooting a -9. Your winners at a -10, Jeff Levin 33 and Ted S. On Tuesday, we had Skylands doubles. 2 weeks ago, there was a tie for second place. Elijah Morgan and Thomas Vanass tied with Tibor and Ben Joseph. Both teams shot -11. Sean Velastro and Brandon Lockhart are your winners. They shot -13. Last week, Bruce and Brian Coletti came in third, shooting a -4. Ben Graff and Robert Valecki came in second at -6. And Tibor and Brandon Lockhart are your winners. They shot a -8. Wilcox doubles, week 10. Matt Hart and John Tamburino shot a -8 to come in third place. Scott Mosier and Hunter Betris shot a -11, but so did Patrick Meckley and Taylor Austin for the tie. Week 11, there was a tie for third place. Matt Hart and Steve Hanrahan shooting a -12. So did Sam Richter and Patrick Meckley. Second place at -13, Jackson Quinn and Matthew Geffert. And your winners at -14, Max Horowitz and John Tamburino. Kisco Tuesday dubs, they've been inconsistent with their updates. I believe this is from 2 weeks ago. They had 6 players. They played shorts and a safari hole from 18's tee pad to 1's basket, played as a par 5. Adam Gutman and Rob Worrell tied for first with Chris Schofield and Simon Ramone. J-Dubs Points Championship Week 11.
Justin was ecstatic to play with Leighton.
Yeah, Leighton's really good, and he's rated kind of low, but he's got potential. But
just to clarify, Leighton Scott.
Yeah, he hit the tree line on 34 without trying, and that disc was still so high that it probably would have been pin high if it didn't hit the woods.
He's a sleeper pick for the AM side for the Battle Royale.
Yeah, he's a really good player. I don't know what his rating is, but it will definitely go up.
870.
Yeah, no, he ain't 70.
Right.
But we did play J South. I think we had 18 people, which means we had a 6-sum. The ace pot had gotten hit previous week, but we had a big collection in the birdie bank, which I think this week the birdie bank holes were 3, 10, 11, 31, and 33. So the two hardest holes out of that selection is 3 and 10. I played with Cat Cha Cha. I didn't do shit. She hit, I think, at least 2 outside the circle putts and maybe a couple 25-footers, which I would directly relate to us going 7 down, tying for last cash with Danny Part and Justin Park, who went 7 down bogey-free compared to our 1 bogey. But Brandon Klein and Harry Lehman came in second with an 8 down, and Justin and Leighton took it down with a 10 down. On top of that, they hit the birdie bank, which was $139, getting holes 3, 11, 31, and 33. If I remember correctly, they didn't know what the birdie bank holes were, and Justin was talking about how he hit some 60 or 70 foot putt or something to
it was 60 feet. It was a nice little hyzer putt. It was nice. I'll tell you, from the beginning of that round, he probably had 250 feet worth of putts in the first like 6 holes.
Oh, yeah.
He was on.
Jay Gorsage hit the cash CTP for $18 on hole 1, and I shanked the drive on hole 35 when the hole was maybe harder, and the hardest condition has been in weeks or years, where the tree fell down, which has now also been cleaned up by the town. So shout out Town of Queens Highway Department. But since there was a hat donated, I wouldn't normally take a disc out of the box that I brought to the park, but since someone donated a hat to be used for the cash CTP, I kind of like getting new hats. So I took the free CTP on hole 35 from like 50 feet. For week 12, which was on June 9th, we played the J North layout for the last time before the jammer. So hopefully some people came out and got a little practice in.
Stony Kill Random Dubs week 11, there was a 3-way tie for second place at minus 15 between Brett Racine and Lenny Rabune. They tied Chris Myers and Josh Weinstock, who in turn tied Justin Hickok and Jay Gorsage. Sam Richter and Joe Galinas are your winners. They shot a minus 19. This past week was week 12. There was a tie for second place between Alan Kedzer and Timothy Golden. They tied with Denis Daly and Tyler Cockruff at minus 16. David Chaikin and Kevin Gordon also shot a minus 16, but they won the playoff. Port Jervis Disc Golf Spring Summer League Week 4, Tyler Ferrati shot a minus 9 to win. Peter Newland and Mike Ortez shot minus 5. They tied for second. And Week 5, Tyler Ferrati won again, shot a minus 10. Peter Newland in second at minus 5. Peter A. Mallon in third at minus 3. We missed it last week. DisCap Pro League at CTK Blue. I wish we had time to talk about your foot fault, but what else you got?
Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, so week 5 for Pro League, we had 5 people show up to Christ the King: Justin Muccelli, Justin Park, myself, and the aforementioned Leighton Scott, as well as Brandon Medina. Yeah, it didn't really go particularly well for myself, Leighton, or Brandon, but the two Justins were kind of battling. If you haven't seen the video that Justin, and actually a couple posts that Justin has posted on the DisCap page that shows how I believe I played within the rules to take a slightly elevated stance on top of a rock that I was supported by in my playing surface, is kind of funny.
I played at Stony Kill with Jeff Wachowski. Jeff seemed to say that that's why video evidence is not admissible because you couldn't really tell based on the video. And this is, I'm just going by what Jeff said 2 weeks ago, so my mind is not perfect. But he seemed to think that like the video couldn't say for 100% certainty in his mind. He thought it might be too far back.
Yeah, I will preface by saying that like there was discussion before. Like we knew we were going to take a video of that. Like we kind of already joked that like I will make this putt or I'll attempt this putt and then, Justin will take a video or whatever. But there was already some discussion before that. So we kind of all already agreed that I was within my lie. And I think at least on video, it probably would have been more clear if I didn't mark my disc. But even from like where I was standing, it was like looking top down, it was pretty clear I was within, that piece of paper. But it was just funny. And it was also because like that was the second time in 3 weeks that Justin filmed me doing some ridiculous putt, where the previous time was at JPark, where I was literally laying down trying to putt underneath the tree. Well, that one didn't work out for me, but the Christ King one did.
I would want to hear Jamin and Jason's opinion. So next time we got both of them on, maybe that could be a good talking point. Even if we're pretty certain what the actual opinion would be, but just to get their angles on it, what their thoughts are.
Yeah, no, and my opinion, I feel like I was within the rules. However, that kind of hammers home the point of like you should know the rules. That way you know how to play within them.
I 100% agree.
We talk about all the time, like how many times people forget that if you go OB or whatever, you can take your disc back in a straight line as far as you need to. Like I had to use it at Minekill on hole 4. It pays to have an understanding of the rules.
I know the Knicks were definitely down by 10 points at some points. They're up by 7 going into the half.
So Justin Muccelli actually birdied hole 18, like basically in the dark from like off in the weeds, take the win over Justin Park and not needing a playoff.
Week 6 was at Minekill, prepping for the championship.
Yeah, week 6, we had another week where we had 5 people. It was Justin Park, Justin Muccelli, myself, Jason Lasasso, and then Megan Mercier played in the FPO division. And I'm actually looking at scores, and I didn't realize it was this close, but I don't remember anything else. I got just as many birdies in that round as I did in any other round over the weekend. So, but Justin Park ended up taking that one down with a 1 over 988 rated round to Justin's 2 over 981 and my 3 over 973 rated round.
I mean, if we were to go back a bit and realize that you played here on Wednesday, then you played again on Friday.
Yeah. And say what you will, I also have kickball on Thursday, and like I'm typically the pitcher, so I'm throwing a lot, and I'm like I need to be. I think I'm doing too much, so I think this week before Maple Hill, I'm gonna try to take it a little easy.
You mean before Minekill?
Oh yeah, maybe we'll see. But I'm also trying to hit JPark with some weed whacker action this week at some point. We'll see.
You had me until you said kickball. I would have been totally in your corner, but now I'm out of it.
So we were going back to playing J South for what is this, week 7, June 10th, to prep for the Jammer, and then the following week, which is the week before the Jammer and also the week before Brewster Ridge Open, Justin will be in Vermont for that, so I'll be running Pro League at JPark, layout to be determined. So if you want to come out and play, I could be Coke.
Also, June 14th, Sunday, we're doing the monthly 27 holes, 10 a.m. What time do I need to be there? Probably 8?
No.
Whenever you want to start taking registration, get there 15 minutes before that. You'll be fine.
Even 9 is
Did
probably
you say
too
after?
No, he didn't say
Pretty sure I
after.
said before.
That was a joke. Because DisCap monthlies generally start like 30 minutes after.
You
the
show up
show.
after.
Yeah.
I'll get there at 9. If I'm there at 9, that means I can chill. I can relax. Maybe I can even throw a disc or two. Do I need to bring anything?
You'll probably want some way to do a spreadsheet. So either a laptop or a phone or a tablet or something like that.
I got a phone.
Yeah, it's definitely doable
Okay.
on a phone.
I bet me or Kat can be there and do that part.
Yeah.
Well, you're also running a fucking event the day before, so I'm not banking. It would be great if you were, but I'm not. If you're not, I'm not going to be upset.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Very fair. Mm-hmm.
A cash box and potentially change would be nice to have, but not necessary. You'll need some way to do something with cash.
I'll get a bunch of 2s from the bank.
You still get those?
Maybe something to put tags in. I could probably bring a couple empty cardboard boxes for you.
But we're going to play 27 holes, weather permitting. If not, we'll figure it out that day. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. Tag day, flag day.
Love it.
Thursdays, we got Disc Beat Club from May 28th. Looks like Patreon JQ came in 3rd place, got himself 10 points. Greg Kurtz in 2nd with 11. And Mel Gallagher is your winner, earning 12 points. On June 4th, JQ tied for 3rd with Lenny Rabune. They each got 16.5 points. Tim Goyette came in 2nd place, got 18 points. And Joey Harrington is your winner, got 19 points. Overall standings, top 5, Sparky Spalding in 5th place with 49.5 points. Jim Burns in 4th at 53.5. Mark Stryker in 3rd place, 60.5 points. Greg Kurtz in 2nd at 61.5. And Kevin Kroenke is your leader at 69.5 points. Almost nice. CPS Thursday Dubs Week 7. Phil Rogers and Dennis Daly came in 3rd place, shooting a -5. Peter Cornish and Dustin Quay in 2nd at -6. And Danny White and Josh Lee are your winners. They shot a -11. Long Island Disc Golf Thursday Dubs. Kevin Castilla and Brian Bowe came in 3rd place. They shot a -13. And there was a tie for 1st at -15. Paul Sciartino and Josh McDonald tied with Jonathan Barnes and Caleb Selden. Women's League was at Colonial Acres. Melissa Calabria and Julia Harcourt came in 3rd place. Lisa Lundquist and Alexis White came in 2nd. And Sarah Rizzo and Kat Bemis are your winners. They shot a -3. Alex, I need 2 weeks worth of OKDGC doubles.
I think the only really big thing to note was what may have been the first ace at OKDGC was scored that week.
Who threw that?
That would be me. Hole 6, the red tee is 280 feet, pretty much wide open, and I got there on a hyzer with Tesla.
A lot of stuff happened when I went to the Stony Kill round. Travis Bashore was there walking his dog because he wasn't there. He's like, oh man, I just wish I was there because Alex has been getting so damn close. I wish I was there to see him hit it. And he wasn't.
Yeah, nothing too crazy else happened that week.
I got Thomas Rescone in third with -3, Gene Gierke and Mindy Potts in second at -4, and Dustin Bolduc and Alex Potts in first at -7. Do you know Dustin Bolduc? Have you met him before?
Yeah, he's been coming pretty consistently. Nice guy. Love playing with him. Pretty forehand dominant.
And then what about last week?
Last week was the first week of the month, so everybody was playing Cali. I think we ended up with 6 players, so we did 2 cards of 3. I shot 6 down, I think. Yeah, it looks like 6 down, and was a little bit disappointing. I know I can do better than that, but I think I ended up second to Travis. I think Travis ended up winning.
Travis and Flizzy D shot -10. Do you know Flizzy D?
Yeah, that is the username of his wife, Elizabeth. Because it's set up for doubles, that was just a placeholder.
Like you had your dad that one week. I got you.
Exactly.
It would have been a lot cooler if you played with somebody named Flizzy D. On Friday, we got TGI FDR dubs. 2 weeks ago, Robert Bennett and Mike Costello came in second place, shooting a -6. Gary Mason and Michael Smith are your winners. They shot a -8. And last week, there was a tie for third place. Michael Haig and Fletcher tied with Trevor Lambert and John Pinto at -7. Lydia Fernandez and Ben Vondrek came in second at -8. And your winner, Michael Smith, shot a -11. Skylands Friday Handicap League 2 weeks ago, Scott Spellman came in third, Ben Joseph in second, and Robert Valecki is your winner. And this past week, Brian Heller came in third, Jeff Levin 33 in second, and Scott Spellman, your winner. Cranmore Dubs League, bonus round at Jenkinsville, Jim Burns and Eric Canine came in third place at -9. Charles Carpenter Jr. the third and Jason Kelly came in second at -9 as well. Must have had a playoff. And your winners at -11, Hans Huntsberger and Jack Fruchter. Cranmore Dubs League at Crandall, Tyler Calzada and Tim Savio came in third place. They shot a -12. So did Eamon Foster and Jace Carter, but again, tiebreaker. Your winners, though, shot -13, Charles Carpenter Jr. the third and Jason Kelly. SPW Dubs League, 2 weeks ago, Adam Nelson and Dennis D came in first place, shot a -9. They tied with Ben A and JTD, but Adam and Dennis must have won some kind of playoff. Jacob M and David C came in third place. I have to say, Jason Gorsage, the difference between last week and this week with the last names, fucking amazing. Last week, there were a handful of people who had last names. This week, like almost everybody. Randy, did you play SPW Dubs League this week?
I did. I chose to do that instead of practicing for Minekill. I played a short course with goofy rules. Kevin asked people what they wanted to do to like mix it up and made a poll with like 4 different options. And he just did all of the options. So we did the Brucey Bowl layout. We did a whole of Spin the Wheel, which had options like throwing a pan lid, throwing left-handed or offhanded, throwing the card's newest disc. I don't know. There was a few random ones. And throwing the same disc the entire hole. That was it. And then bag swap, 2 holes, and worst shot on 2 holes. So spice of life, lots of variety. And yeah, shout out to Brandon Klein for having to throw the new Valentine's like heart-shaped disc from is it Doomsday? I don't know who makes the goofy shaped discs now, but it flew really insanely, and he threw it multiple times after having to because of the wheel, and then he just did it for fun a few times. Had a really good time. It was fun. Yeah, I played with David Gieslin, former Ultimate player. He played Ultimate at a much higher level than I did.
And you guys won.
We won. We played great. I think the secret was on all of the goofy holes. We basically just got pars, or and we might have birdied one of them, but basically just didn't take any extra strokes from the goofy rules.
The only one I didn't understand was what was the lid?
Literally, like the lid from a pot was the disc you had to throw.
How did you get that? Was
metal.
It just at the tee pad or something?
It was just there. Yeah, you had to like bring it back to the tee pad if you got that one. I was lucky, and I just got throw the same disc the whole time, and it's a hole I would throw a mid-range on anyways, so it really wasn't the end of the world. It was super fun. I really liked having all the goofy rules.
And you guys won, shot -9. Dan Perry and Tim Martino came in second place, shot -8. Mike Smith and John Don't Call Me Lucas Duda came in third, -5. And Jason Malloy and Jordan Caslin in fourth, -3, got $10. Looks like 3 teams hit the birdie bank. What do you have to hit, 3 or 4?
I think just 3 or 4. Yeah, a lot of people hit it. I think just the holes that got chosen were
1,
good
6,
ones
7, and
to get,
13.
yeah.
You guys missed 1. And
Yeah.
Brandon Klein got a CTP on hole 12 within 3 feet, got him $20. On the weekends, Long Island Disc Golf had a Glitch World Championship qualifier. There was a 4-way tie for second place between Sean Riley, Brian Wisher, Derek Yarrow, and Neil Shapiro. They all shot -8, but John Nichols took it down at -11 in the pro division. FPO, Stephanie Power held off Kristen Bagley and Meg Lovin to take the win. Thatcher, Saturday Dubs Week 1B. Looks like Benji F and Martha A came in third place, Jordan C in second, and Levi V and Mark B are your winners. They shot a -6. Thatcher, Saturday Dubs Week 2. Alyssa Caslin and Patrick Jeffries came in third place with a -5. Jordan Caslin and Lenny came in second at -8. And Dan P and Benji Farrell are your winners. They shot a -13. Solos at Dove, the Sassafras Sundays Handicap League, was a three-way tie for first place. Jim Burns, Jake Hugh, and Matt Beaver all shot -2. Long Island Sunday Doubles, a couple weeks ago, Smitty and Jonathan Barnes shot a -12 for third place. Josh Winkler and Chris came in second at -13, and Ryan Burrell and Derek Yarrow took it down at -14. Last week, Dylan Schmalfus and PJ Lowe shot a -12 for third place. Chris and Zach Refschneider came in second at -14, and Ryan Fitzgerald and Brian Wisher are your winners. They shot -18. It looks like Long Island also did a doubles on a Monday. It might have been Memorial Day weekend. I'm not sure. Neil Shapiro and Steve Hoffman came in third place, shot a -14. William Fontaine and Chris came in second at -15. And Robert Schoen and Nikos Hanley are your winners. They shot a -16. Wedge PDGA League, they did 2 rounds in one day. In the morning round, Liam Gislason won the MPO division. In MA1, Adam Gutman came in third, Trevor Lambert in second, and Sean Ryan was your winner at -8. In the afternoon round, Liam Gislason again took it down in the MPO division. Maxwell Vasicek came in second, and John J.P. Hafner came in third, shooting a -2. In the MA1 division, looks like there was a tie for second place at -4, Sean Ryan and Trevor Lambert, and Charlie Hurd took it down at -8. Evan, you played tonight. Prospect, how'd that go?
It was good. Tonight we did a 20-hole layout, taking advantage of some extra daylight. So after hole 18, you would then go play from 1's tee pad to 2's basket, and then you would play from 18's tee to 1's basket, and then you would play hole 1 as normal. I was on the 6th some, so our round took a little longer, but I got to play with Pete Cornish, which is always a great time. We had a lot of fun. We shot 8 down bogey free, which at 20-hole layout Prospect was not enough to really do anything. But we were on card with both B. Klein, Dave Chaikin, who shot 10 down, as well as Leighton Scott and Greg Lai. They shot 11 down, which tied them for third, behind Rick B. and Tyler the Cannon Gannon at 13 under. And your winners, Josh Lee and Colin Grant, shot 14 down.
Disc or no disc, or no?
I mean, I'll stick around for sure.
Yeah, I'll always do it.
These must be some 9 to 5ers. I'm a 7 to 4er.
Corey, I start work at 6.
Oh,
Say that again?
I'm just a pussy.
Start work at 6 o'clock?
I go to work at 6.
Wow.
Gross.
I didn't think I could respect you more, but I do.
Before you go, Corey, what are the teams?
I was going to say Alex and Randy versus Tim and Evan as like Minekill pro siders and those that didn't. But I think actually we got to mix that up a bit. And maybe we'll do, I think we're going to go Randy and Evan and Tim and Alex.
Sure.
It's by height. I get it.
It's rare that Randy gets on the short side of a height differential.
Feels different.
Anything before you go, Corey?
No. I don't
All right.
think so.
Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for helping us out. Have a good
Peace,
week.
boys.
Later.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So he said Randy and Evan versus Tim and Alex. So that's the order. Disc or no disc?
That's the game, say it loud, shout the names, spin the questions round and round. Will you land it or hit the ground?
Randy and Evan. Evan, I don't know if you were here, but basically I did disc or no disc at Minekill this weekend, and I had 7 categories. We used 4 of them. So I had 3 categories left, and we're going to be using disc or no disc categories that I had planned for Minekill. So with that said, would you guys like category 1, category 2, or category 3?
Number 3.
I agree.
The round 1 category I was iffy about. I was like, I don't know what to do here. I wanted a category that would like introduce disc or no disc. And the one I ended up using was like question 1, the answer was like classic rock. It was a slam dunk as like, what is this category? This was the alternate. Question 1, category 3, while Frederick Augusta Bartholdi designed the exterior of what monument? The internal iron framework and flexible support system were engineered by Alexander Gustave Eiffel just a few years before he built his famous tower in Paris. While Frederick Augusta Bartholdi designed the exterior of what monument? The interior iron framework and flexible support system were engineered by Alexander Gustave Eiffel just a few years before he built his famous tower in Paris.
Is it the Statue of Liberty?
That's the only thing I can think
Right,
of.
because it's French and interior, exterior. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the first thing I thought of.
I like it.
Statue of Liberty, Pat.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Statue of Liberty a disc?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It feels weird, but I would believe it could be.
I don't know if this is one we've done already, but it's got to just be with like the Capitol building one and that those crazy.
Sounds like it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be. That's
All right,
it.
we're going yes.
Giant Industry, April 3rd, 2023.
Bing bong.
Tim and Alex, Category 1, Category 2, or Category 3?
What are you feeling, Alex?
I don't know. Any of the three.
All right, let's take one.
Sure.
All right, question 1, Category 1. What spin-off show from TV's All in the Family ran for more episodes and seasons than its parent show? What spin-off show from TV's All in the Family ran for more episodes and seasons than its parent show?
I have no clue.
No, I don't.
What show was Urkel from?
No, that's not it. Family Matters, but no. It's before that. It's way before that.
I mean, I got nothing. So are there things I can do to prompt your memory, or are you just
It's a married couple. It's a family name.
Roseanne?
No, it's like the some family. It's the last name.
The Smiths.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't think that's it. I'm gonna kick myself when he says it.
I would never expect this from a 40 player.
I know it. Like as soon as Evan says it, I'm gonna be so upset because I know it.
How come I don't know it?
Because you know Evan knows it.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm not gonna know it. Sorry. This is gonna be embarrassing.
Well, you know I got nothing for you.
All
You
right.
want to say something generic like the Smiths, or
I guess I know that's wrong, but I'm gonna be so angry.
What are we going with?
The Smiths.
Randy and Evan, what spin-off show from TV's All in the Family ran for more episodes and seasons than its parent show?
Pretty sure it's the Jeffersons.
Oh, that sounds good.
You guys
See,
agree?
I knew Randy wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Now I'm super
I
pissed.
have no idea.
We agree.
You're moving on up.
Yeah.
Is the Jeffersons a disc?
Man.
Thomas Jefferson?
No, the Jeffersons.
It could be Jefferson.
Okay, the Jefferson.
It's like with any name,
Yeah.
the S is arbitrary.
What are the odds?
A mystery. I'm leaning no, but I also didn't believe in Statue of Liberty, so
Yeah, I liked Statue of Liberty because I just knew that there was like a U.S. government building themed, like
It's
flying
also
discs.
a great football play, which is kind of funny that it's made by Giant because it's from Little Giants. So that's kind of funny.
Hope that's not the category.
It wasn't originally from Little Giants.
I know what, but that's where that's where like the first time I got it from the Little Giants when I was a kid. But yes,
if it was like the Benjamin, I'd say maybe, but Jefferson, I don't think so. I don't think.
I'm good with no.
We're going to go no, Pat.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are correct. 4-0. That was a steal. And you guys get to choose. Would you like Category 1 or Category 3? Category 2 will be saved for a later date.
All right. Is every answer in 3 going to be plays from the Little Giants?
I hope
Probably.
so.
I think we should find out.
Yeah, let's go.
It's category 3.
All right. Question 2, Category 3. During the 1963 March on Washington, Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech from the steps of what monument? During the 1963 March on Washington, Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech from the steps of what monument?
Lincoln?
I was going to say Lincoln because it's probably not Jefferson, right?
Nope.
That'd be weird.
Wrong. Yeah. It's across the
Yeah.
Potomac. So
I think you're right, Randy. I like Lincoln.
I think it's Lincoln.
What are you guys going with?
Lincoln.
Can you be more specific?
The Abraham Lincoln.
Can you be more specific?
The Abraham Lincoln Memorial?
Can you be slightly less specific, Evan?
Oh, come on.
The Lincoln Memorial?
No, I was going to give it to you. That was more being funny. Is the Lincoln Memorial a disc?
Nailed it. Yes, it is. Yes,
Definitely.
Of course it is.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no.
What?
We're never going to come back from this.
Tim and Alex, Category 1 or Category 3?
Let's not do 1.
Yeah, you want to go to
Yeah, let's do memorials.
landmarks?
Yeah, landmark.
All right,
do
question
it.
3, Category 3. The massive cast iron dome of what building features a famous 1865 fresco painted on the ceiling of its rotunda titled The Apotheosis of Washington. The massive cast iron dome of what building features a famous 1865 fresco painted on the ceiling of its rotunda titled The Apotheosis of Washington?
Sounds like the Capitol building to
That
me.
does sound like the Capitol building.
I didn't realize it was cast iron, though. That's interesting.
The Capitol building.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you be more specific?
The Capitol.
I was going to say it if you didn't.
No?
Oh,
Alex, you have
Alex,
to say
Alex
yes.
defiant as ever. I
the
love it.
United States Capitol.
Can you be less
the U.S.
specific?
Capitol building.
The U.S. Capitol building.
Is the U.S. Capitol a disc?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
You
I
guys
agree. Yep.
Yeah.
Giant Industry, June 5th, 2023.
Wow, we're on the board.
Did you guys know that, or did you hear Randy say it earlier?
I only said it twice.
I literally had to move that question up to an easier spot because Randy said it twice.
Ooh, dynamic trivia. I love
I mean,
this.
you're talking about a dome with stuff about Washington on it. It's going to be the Capitol building.
We don't know that.
Is it a super domey disc? It should be.
It should be if it's not.
Right. It should be like a 12 speed with like the biggest pop top.
So it's 5-2 after 2 rounds. Randy and Evan, question 2 and 1 or question 4 in 3. The Knicks were down 1. They're up 4 now.
Wow, that was quick.
We're in the 3rd.
That's what they do.
Do you know all the buildings? Just all of them?
No, it's the
Just
short answer to
every
that
single
question.
building. That one down the street. You know that one?
I know like 1 or 2 more. We could keep going.
Category 1, Pat.
Here we go. Wait, no. Yeah, okay. Category 1, fine.
You going with 1?
Yup.
All right. Question 2, category 1. What team name is shared by both an NBA team and an NHL team? What team name is shared by both an NBA team and an NHL team?
Is it Jazz?
Why did... No, but I wanted to say that as a joke.
Darn
Get
it.
out of my head. This should be easy.
It should be.
Right. It is, in theory. I want to say Hawks, but it's
No.
not the answer.
No. Hurricanes?
No.
No.
Holy moly. Blackhawks is a hockey team. That's why I'm stuck on that.
Yeah, there's no Hawks hockey team.
Thunder?
Thunder?
Tim definitely knows this.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to Tim yet. Lightning? No. Thunder.
Every time you say it, I think about the song.
Are you drinking every time we say it?
I wish. No, I won't be able to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Shame.
I know.
Randy, I think I got it.
Okay.
My
say it.
favorite player as a kid was Wayne Gretzky, and he played for the Kings.
Bastard.
And I think
Oh.
that there is a basketball Kings.
Yeah.
If is there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's Kings.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Pat, go to the leaderboard.
While he's doing that, you know Wayne Gretzky from the Kings?
Yeah, I also didn't know he was on the Kings.
Yeah. It was a huge deal when he was traded from Edmonton to the Kings.
That's true.
Oh, Pat's team is in first place with 730 points.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you think of Gretzky more as an Oiler, Alex? Or
100% Oilers.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like,
He did have that nice little run with the Rangers at the end.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
nice.
And shout out Lasasso family. He came in 4th in picks, but 13 place total finish. I would have came in like 3rd or 4th.
Well, you can sort by it and find out.
Look at this guy. He's not paying attention to trivia. Goofy.
That's probably why I didn't get the Jeffersons, because I was doing this. That's what I'm going to blame it on. All right, sorry. Derailed.
So is the Kings a disc?
probably.
Yep. It's West Side.
Oh, yeah.
West Side Disc, November 16th, 2010. Is that 7-2?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
You guys want 3 and 1 or 4 and 3?
I did like that question compared to the first one.
I knew Kings, but it was more of a lucky thing. I eventually came up with it.
Got it. You want to go
I'm
with
happy
buildings?
going with 1.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be more likely to know 1 than more buildings in DC.
Okay, so you want 1, you don't want buildings. Got it. Let's do 1
Yeah.
then.
All right, question 3, category 1. Introduced to the newspaper comic strip in 1968, what character made history as the first black character in Charles Schultz's Peanuts universe, famously sitting at the Thanksgiving table with Charlie Brown and Snoopy? Introduced to the newspaper comic strip in 1968, what character made history as the first black character in Charles Schultz's Peanuts universe, famously sitting at the Thanksgiving table with Charlie Brown and Snoopy?
I definitely knew this at one point. I don't anymore.
What's his name? Is it Franklin?
Franklin sounds very correct to me.
Okay, cool. I was going through Linus, and I'm going through all their names.
Right?
I think Franklin. Yeah,
Franklin sounds good to me.
Are you guys good with Franklin?
I think
Good with
so,
Franklin.
Is the Franklin a disc?
Yeah. Isn't it? a
Would
brand?
Franklin discs make a Franklin? I feel like it can't be.
Yeah, because of the I don't. But like, it's also not just I feel like no. I feel gross that if it is one.
I feel like it'd be very weird to have Franklin discs and then also a Franklin.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Happy going no.
Yeah, let's go now.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Whoa.
So it's 7-4, halfway through, and so we got question 4 and 1, question 4 and 3 for Randy and Evan.
I don't know, Randy.
I don't know what category 1 is. I think we've taken 3,
Okay,
at least for another question.
let's do it.
All right, question 4, category 3. On the completion of what in 1937, its chief engineer wrote, "At last the mighty task is done, resplendent in the western sun." On the completion of what in 1937, its chief engineer wrote, "At last the mighty task is done, resplendent in the western sun."
My first thought is the Golden Gate Bridge, and I don't know if the timing is even remotely close, but it's in the West.
I, sticking with Washington, D.C., was thinking, because wait, the sun sets in the west.
Why are we stuck on Washington, D.C., just out of curiosity? Besides the fact that Alex said it.
Oh, yeah, the Statue of Liberty is not in Washington, D.C.
Not lately.
All right, Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I already wrote it down
Oh,
in
God.
pen. It's not even a whiteboard.
You
Oh,
guys
geez.
agree?
Sure.
Yep.
Is the Golden Gate Bridge
Let's go.
a disc?
Yes.
Yep.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Giant Industry, June 5th,
Let's go.
2023. 9-4. But Tim and Alex, 4 and 1 or 5 and 3?
Still want to stick with one?
I think so.
All right, we'll stay with one.
All right, question 4, category 1. Featuring tracks like Big Girls Don't Cry and Glamorous. What was the title of the 2006 solo album by Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas? Featuring tracks like Big Girls Don't Cry and Glamorous. What was the title of the 2006 solo album by Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas?
I am not going to be any help with this one.
Me neither. I mean, you don't have Fergie on your playlist?
No.
Not one bit. Like, do we want to like just guess it was called Fergie?
Knicks are down 3 with 3 left in the third.
What else? Franklin, Kings, the Jeffersons, the Fergies. Now this one I think Randy might know.
He didn't know Taylor Swift on Saturday.
Oh, he
No,
didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
No, Kat went to the bathroom and I got the only question wrong
Glitch.
in that category because she was gone. It was Glitch.
Alex, I have no idea. I'm not a big Fergie listener.
I have absolutely nothing. Unless it's Fergalicious. That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with Fergalicious. That sounds like a great diss name.
Yeah, sure.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Randy and Evan, featuring tracks like Big Girls Don't Cry and Glamorous. What was the title of the 2006 solo album by Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas?
They stole my answer.
You going with the Fergalicious?
Yep. So it's all you, Randall.
Princess?
Ooh. Okay.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Dang it.
The Duchess.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I sort of remembered that,
I
unfortunately.
think it seems like you kind of did sort of. That
Yeah.
was-
The older folks would know that Fergie was the name of the Duchess of York. The Duchess is not a disc.
Oh, I would have said yes.
All right, that was a fumble.
Mhm.
We got 2 rounds to go. Randy and Evan, you're up by 5. Would you like 5 and 1 or 5 and 3?
Thinking 3, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, question 5, category 3. When what U.S. landmark was first proposed, it was planned to depict Western figures like Sacagawea, Red Cloud, and Buffalo Bill. When what U.S. landmark was first proposed, it was planned to depict Western figures like Sacagawea, Red Cloud, and Buffalo Bill.
Mount Rushmore?
Was it Mount Rushmore? And then they were like, no, actually, we're going to do all these old white dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. That tracks.
Yep.
I like it.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the Mount Rushmore a disc?
Gotta be.
Yeah. If Statue of Liberty and Golden Gate, I'd say yes.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, no.
What the heck?
Now, Tim and Alex, if you could sweep this, you can actually tie. Would you guys like 5 and 1
That is precedent.
or 6 in 3?
Let's take 5, right?
I think that's the right play, and I do think I know the category.
Do you? All
I
right.
don't know if it's going to help us, but I do think I know it.
Let's go.
All right, question 5, category 1. In 1976, Groucho Marx sent what band a telegram congratulating them on their choice in naming their album A Day at the Races, which was also the name of a 1937 Marx Brothers film. In 1976, Groucho Marx sent what band a telegram congratulating them on their choice in naming their album A Day at the Races, which was also the name of a 1937 Marx Brothers film.
What do you got, Alex?
Sorry, what was the first date?
1976 was when Groucho Marx sent the telegram.
What's the category?
I believe these are all counties in New York.
Oh, Dutchess, Franklin, Kings, and Jefferson. 100% you are correct. So then what's another county of a band?
That's the issue. Like, it's not Rensselaer County. It's not Albany County. It's
Oh,
not,
I got it.
yeah,
Queens.
Queens County.
Yeah, Queen.
Works for me.
That's the only thing I can think of. Well, it's not Cattaraugus or, Yates could be a band, I guess. But I think it's Queen because Queen is a band. 1976 makes sense.
Seems about the right timeline.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Queen.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Queen a disc?
It is. West Side.
Yep.
West Side Discs, September 14th. What year, Tim?
No idea. 2022.
Alex?
That sounds about right. I'll go 23.
2016.
Oh, old.
All right. You're only down by 4 points. But Randy and Evan, question 6 and 1 or question 6 and 3?
Unless he gives me pictures to like fill me in on the name of the counties, like I know like 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's helpful to like maybe point to something, but I don't know.
No, I think we
Alex
stick with
named
3.
most of the ones I know. I think. Yeah, 3 seems like a more.
Didn't Alex name the ones that were already written on paper at this point?
I don't think Alex named any of them.
I said 2, but they were pretty obvious ones that were not written down already.
I can spell Rensselaer, so.
Oh, that's true. He did say Rensselaer. That's right.
Yeah, let's go with category 3.
All right, category 3.
Question 6, category 3. The USA's smallest national park is a 91-acre site on the Mississippi River, home to what 630-foot landmark? The USA's smallest national park is a 91-acre site on the Mississippi River, home to what 630-foot landmark?
A 630-foot landmark?
Is that
on
big
the Mississippi?
Arch? Is that big arch?
Oh, the St. Louis Arch?
Yeah.
630? That's, yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of that's like on the river.
I like that, and I had no other guess. I was gonna say maybe read it again, but that makes sense to me. 630-foot landmark on the Mississippi. I love it.
St. Louis Arch, Pat.
Can you be more specific?
The arch in St. Louis.
I'll give you a hint. St. Louis is not in the answer.
Oh. Evan.
What do they call it? It's like the gateway, right? Gateway to the west.
That's okay. That I also, but
Gateway Arch.
Oh my God.
the archway.
The Golden Arcs.
All right.
Famous
McDowell.
McDougal's. McDowell, yeah.
Why did you add the word golden?
Because I was thinking of Coming to America. Like I usually am.
What are we going with?
Evan, serious answer.
A Gateway Arch is the best I got.
Okay.
Do you agree with that, Randy?
Yes.
All right.
That's bull crap.
I mean, they said St. Louis Arch. I got to give them a shot.
You know what we meant.
I
It's not like there's
get it.
another
I
one.
get it. I get it. But no, you got the answer. It's just the Gateway Arch that was very hard to get to that.
Is the Gateway Arch a disc?
No.
It's the arch made by Gateway.
Oh,
No, I have no idea.
that would be a great twist.
I'm going yes just to find out if that's it.
Okay, we're going yes.
I'm sorry, no.
Darn it.
Now, if you said
Get
the
on
Arch
that
made by
Gateway.
Vibram Disc Golf, you would have got
Oh,
credit. All right. Tim and Alex, question 6, category 1. 2 schools in the Southeastern Conference are located in what cities with the same name, but in different states? 2 schools in the Southeastern Conference are located in what cities with the same name, but in different states?
I don't know.
Wait. So Kansas City is the thing that popped in my head, but that is not a county.
No.
There's no Kansas County. So let's go through all the counties. You have Clinton, Albany, Allegheny, you have Broome, Cattaraugus, Chicotagua, Cayuga.
Do you have a poster or something? Like, what do you?
no, keep going. Don't stop him.
I work with counties as my part of my job.
Yeah,
so.
that does make sense. Okay.
Once you hit it, I will tell you to stop.
All right.
Good.
No.
Going. Sorry, I'm sorry I interrupted.
Sorry. So what did I said?
Start from the top.
Oh, start at the top. Albany, Allegheny, Broome, Cattaraugus, Chicotagua, Chemung, Cayuga. I just said one that I lost. Cortland,
Columbia.
Columbia, Clinton,
Ding, 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 ding.
Columbia.
Columbia.
Oh, right. We
It's
did
the
it. We got that.
Columbia disc.
No, because of course not.
I think yes, because it's a city. But let's go
Oh, it
no.
could be.
No, I'm fine either way. We didn't win. So
Yeah, it doesn't.
let's go with no, because
Sure.
of course not.
You are correct. 11 to
nice,
8
Alex.
sounds a lot better than 11 to 7.
It does.
This was a lot based on when you picked, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I get bonus points for all the or do I just owe more money for all the counties I said?
No, because it was
No,
the last
you-
question, so it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
you brought it back around. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
Oh, thanks.
You said one county. I was like, oh, he already missed Columbia, but then Alex pulled it out. You were going literally alphabetically. It was crazy.
I was trying to. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a couple I could have pulled out towards the end, but like Greene County, Sullivan County, like I would not have had anywhere near what you had.
I bet you I could probably do 55 of the 62 with it, and then maybe better than that. But that's probably where I'd put the line.
This one I didn't use literally because of Do That. I had already done the picture round with local place names. I'm like, I'm not doing a county trivia round. Before we go, we got Minekill on Saturday, Flag Day, Tag Day on Sunday, 10 a.m. at JPark. Anything else this weekend?
Whatever Corey might be doing.
Oh, Cosmic?
Cosmic, yeah, that's what it was.
I saw that Rob Quincy, Corey's nemesis, commented about his Skip Ace picks. So we'll have to get to that next week. But any birthdays coming up?
My sister Katie's birthday is on Flag Day.
Is she playing Tag Day?
No, she is not. But I will be there to honor her birthday.
Is her hair as good as your brother's?
Better, because it's
Oh.
red like
Oh,
mine,
there-
but
there you
curly.
go.
Yeah.
I got a local Beacon guy, Eric Reedy, and Jeff Schubert, who I used to call Fancy Jeff because he spells his name Geoff. For Skip Ace, we got the 2026 PDGA European Open. That'll be June 18th to 21st. So we got time, but get your picks in if you have not. All right. Well, thank you, Alex, Corey, Kitty Cat Meow, Randy, Tim, and Evan. And sweet up, Hudson.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Bob.
Bob.
Bad.
Thanks, everybody. I finally pulled a Corey. I got a second screen here so I could see the full screen.
Oh, like you dug it out of your basement because you've had it for years from.
Oh, I've had it for years. Yeah,
your old
100%.
Hewlett Packard.
Gateway.
Did you have to have her help you carry it up the stairs? A big old CRT monitor.
No, I've had it not even that far away. The problem was I didn't have a cable. And because I had to go through all my old shit to pull out like the trivia, the PA and all that, that's what caused me to even find the cable. So it was just a coincidence.
Now you have all this extra real estate, so you get more distracted.
Well, that's the thing. And that's why I hit record now, because I don't want to forget, because it's over to the side now. But theoretically, I will see when people say they'll be right back and such. I never see that before. So, although it is way on the right side, I should have maybe flip-flop things. But as long because before I could only see like our names and then the first inch or two of the waveform, which let me know if things crashed and if somebody was speaking sometimes. But now I can see the whole thing and it's kind of trippy. But
I'm Kitty Cat Meow again.
So what's new, Kitty Cat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no.
I feel like I should log out and change my
You can. Okay.
No,
All right.
it's too late. This is going to persist though for like the rest of the year.
yeah.
Probably. Every time I'm just going to instantly click. Never going to fix it.